Welcome back to the stream. We're going to finish our, well, hold on. We're going to try to finish the boarding school build today. I was gonna say we're gonna finish it, but I can't make any promises about that. We're gonna work on the boarding school build. Let's say that instead. Who knows if it'll be finished today or not? It's a giant lot, so we shall see. But if you didn't watch yesterday's stream, I started working on this build. I basically built the shell of it. So we have a lot of work left to do on it, but we did the shell. And we've got a plan. And I think half the battle with this kind of thing is figuring out the plan, right? And now that we have the plan, we're in a better spot. We can make quicker progress. So it should be okay. But yeah, yesterday we were working slow because it's hard to find, like, where do you want to put things and what's the floor plan going to look like, and you know, all that stuff. The setup takes the longest. And then once we start furnishing it now today, there's some things, like there's going to be classrooms upstairs. They're going to be basically the same thing in all 4 of those rooms. That'll be quick to furnish, hopefully. Who knows? But hopefully it won't be too bad. That's what I'm trying to tell myself, at least. I think I might start with some landscaping though. I don't know. But anyway, this shall be very interesting. I can give you a little tour when people have a chance to come in too before we start, so that if you missed yesterday, you kind of know what's going on. So you're gonna come back in 30 minutes and see the progress because you need to finish Bake Off, as you should. As you should. I'm a little bit behind on Bake Off. I've only seen what episode is this week? I've seen 3 episodes. Last night I watched the 3rd episode and I took this picture and I sent it to Christine and I said, Christine, get it? Because Noel's wearing a tomato shirt, like Mrs. Tomato. Anyway. That's dumb. But yeah, I wonder where he got it from. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's good. Anyway, you're all lucky that you get the new episodes today because we have to wait until Fridays to be able to see them. So consider yourself a winner. Okay, so let me show you around the building a little bit. This is kind of the vibes. We've got like this really fancy front of the school. This is like the main school building. So we're gonna have a cafeteria, there's gonna be a library, art room, music room, kind of like hallway, common room space here, bathrooms, obviously, principal's office, kitchen. Upstairs we'll have some classrooms, science room, computer lab, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then back this way, this is the gym. So we're gonna have a pool, and then also maybe yoga, maybe lockers, we don't really know yet. I kind of like the idea of doing yoga instead though, so there's more skill building stuff. And then this way we have the dorm building. So these are a bunch of bedrooms that we're gonna split up 2 beds each for the kids. And then we have like staff housing on the top floor and the big bathrooms for the dorm building. So we have like 3 buildings here. My intention is to have a playground back this area. We'll have this like really nice basketball court, outdoor gym space over here. Yeah, kids can do yoga. The kids didn't used to be able to do yoga, but then when they refreshed Spa Day, that's one of the things they added. And they changed it so that kids can do yoga now. I've got all the packs now, Queen Elizabeth, because this is how the early access works. What you saw me playing with like last week, that weird CFE version of the game, they only do for expansion packs. And then you have that typically up until, let me back up. Normally with early access, you can't get early access until the update is out. And usually with like stuff packs, normal packs, the update comes out 2 days before the pack comes out. So the pack might come out on Thursday, you'd get like regular early access on a Tuesday, right after the update, because that's when the code starts working. In this case, the update was out like 2 weeks ago, so it doesn't actually affect us. But they use that like weird CFE version of the game, the weird like special stuff with the no gallery access weird thing, because they're trying to like compensate for you not having the update. So they give you a second version of The Sims 4. So that's like what you have up until they're able to give you a regular code. They issued us regular codes last night, so now I can play like regular Sims. I'm in the normal game. I even have shared stuff to my gallery that I built with the pack now, so we got normal stuff now. Normal stuff now is kind of what's going on. Okay, well anyway, I think that covers like the general gist of it all. I'm gonna start building. I think I'm gonna start with this like outdoor space over here. Because I feel like once we've filled in some of the outside of the lot, I think it's gonna start to look a lot more finished. I don't know what kind of foundation to use. That's one of the things that I've been putting off, because none of them are gonna match. The brick that we have is not gonna match anything. I guess you could do it with like a stone or something. But I don't know. It's so hard to choose foundations. One of the bonuses of this pack is that Adventure Awaits came with 3 foundations, thank God. I feel like I'm always struggling so bad with foundations, so anytime we get new ones, it's a nice thing. But this Life and Death one's not terrible. I think this works okay. I mean, let's see how it looks from the front. Oh, that's all right. I think that's all right. It's fancy, it's detailed, but it kind of matches. Okay, that works for me. I am good with that. Okay, so are we gonna fill this whole space in? Maybe we do it like that and we have landscaping in those other little areas. I think that could work, right? Would it be silly to buy the pack just for the playgrounds? I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't blame you. This is a safe space. The people here understand you, so don't worry about it. Do what you need to do. Yeah, we can add benches and stuff, obviously. We will definitely add in stuff like that. Okay, what kind of floor? Not that floor, that's for sure. This one is for rent. I don't think I want that, but I don't know, I don't hate it. We could also go for like a brick on the floor outside. And maybe that's better if we did like more of a reddish toned something. That's not brick. That's just stone. But if we had a brick and we looked at the masonry. The thing is, these are all so different from the color of the brick on the walls. But I think that would be nice for the patio. These are too simple. Then like Jungle Adventure has like stone tile. I don't know if I want that. Rubbery texture near the basketball court would make sense. Protect the kids if they fall. Yeah, I mean, what makes sense and what looks good are different though. The kids might just have to fall. Oh, I like this one. This one's Horse Ranch. I always forget about this. I could see that. I could see that. Maybe we try this. It's for children, not teens. This lot is gonna be for children. We talked about trying to make space for teens, but we didn't really have enough space in our plans, like what we were laying out. And then we were thinking about how teens already have high school years, you know? So we thought that maybe it would be better if we did not include teens in this area. It was kind of a intentional choice there. Don't know if it was the right choice, but that's what we were thinking. So we don't have teens out at this place yet. Yeah, the 64 by 64 lots really do fill out quick. You wouldn't think they would, because it's so big. And then all of a sudden, the lot is full. You don't even realize that it's happening. But yeah, it could be fun to do something like this for teens, but because we haven't really had the chance to do something like this for kids yet, we're prioritizing the kids, is my plan. Oh, I probably could turn off, hopefully I don't regret this. I'm gonna turn off follower only mode. I had it on yesterday, but I don't think it should be as much of a problem today. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Thank you for the raid Technicolor, by the way. Yeah, I put the stream on a pretty long follower only mode yesterday because some of my friends had been getting harassed by people about The Sims, or about EA being sold, like about non-simmers coming in and being like, haha, loser, your game got sold. But like in a mean way, that sounds like it was not a problem, but it was like they were being really horrible. Because, you know, when you involve a person like Jared Kushner in something, look at who that invites. So anyway, I put it on a long follower only mode so I wouldn't have to deal with them yesterday. But I think we might be okay. We'll see. It's really bizarre, I know. The way people act on Twitch is like fascinating. I don't really understand it, but whatever. Whatever. How is Snap doing? Oh my god. Oh, yesterday. Snap's okay. Snap's okay. Yesterday, we had a... How would one explain this? I'm gonna call it an incident when me and Dan were trying to do Snap's IV yesterday. Long story short, Dan's also okay, and it was a clean needle, but like a new one. Dan poked his finger with Snap's IV needle by accident yesterday. I have never seen so much blood in my life. Like, I don't think you understand. I'll spare you the details. I've never encountered something like that before ever in my entire life. It was horrible. He's not hurt, like he was fine. It was just bleeding a lot. Like, a lot. So that was really scary, actually. It ended up being okay in the end, but yeah, that honestly kind of traumatized me a little bit. So that did not feel good that happened. It makes me feel really anxious about doing Snap's IV now because I didn't know it was gonna be like that if you messed up. Yeah, I guess your hands are just really dramatic when you cut them, so that's part of it. But yeah, it was it was quite something. It was quite something. Yeah, anyway, that's what happened to us last night. So they are loud about it. Yeah, your hands are loud about it. They want you to know that you shouldn't have done that. Anyway, I also didn't handle it well. I didn't know that I would react so poorly in an emergency, but I did react very poorly. I started hyperventilating, and I wasn't the one bleeding. So, good thing I'm helpful when something goes wrong. That's good. Anyway, I'm gonna put a fountain over here, I think. How did it happen? He was trying to take the cap off the needle. When you change the needle on Snap's IV, they come like in a case and you take the cap off and it was like kind of stuck on. So he like yanked it. And when he yanked it, he also poked himself, like, cause he was like using too much force to pull the cap off the needle. And so he like poked his finger with it. So like an honest mistake, but a very unfortunate one. Very unfortunate that happened. Do you think this is too fancy for the school? It's kind of leaning towards too fancy for the school, but I don't know if that's a bad thing. You think it's on brand? Okay, good. I think it's kind of nice. And we'll have like more kids like stuff outside too, but I do kind of like the idea of having some really nice, really fancy stuff. We'll get some tall trees in there too. Oh, those are good. That is really good. It's a bougie school. Yeah, this is a very fancy school. Let me tell you. Oops. So this would need to go like... Well, that looks bad. So that already is like not gonna work for me. Maybe we can move this over then. I just don't want it to have to like wrap around that much, you know? I'd rather do it like this maybe. Minimize the amount of turns that the pathway has to make. I think that could be okay. We'll see how it looks. Reminds you of private school near where you live. Really? That's cool. I've never seen a thing like this in real life. I've seen pictures, obviously, but I have never personally encountered anything quite like this in real life. It is very fancy. Mary, thank you for the gifted subs. That was very kind of you. Maybe we size these down. Oops. Okay, so you want to go there. Place them like that. Okay, trees. That's good. That's good. Yeah, you can go back and forth between your household and like members on the retreats and stuff. You don't have to play only at the retreat. If you're playing with this, you can like go back home in between and then come back. Like, you know, you could play as grandma and then switch back to the kid at boarding school. Yeah, you're not stuck doing just the getaway. You can kind of hop around a little bit, which is a nice touch. I'm glad that you can do that with this. Yeah, you could play this as the teacher if you wanted to, kinda. You can play as any role of a getaway. Just bear in mind, there's no such thing as a teacher. Like, it's not technically a thing. You can like picture it more like you play pretend as the teacher. Is sort of how this functions, technically speaking. So you could like show up and choose to teach a lecture or something, but technically you are not actually the teacher. I don't know if that makes sense, because there is no teacher. There's just a role that you are claiming is the teacher. Okay. Yeah, the digital photo frame. Oh my god, wait, I have to show you guys this because you're gonna be so excited. This is from the event today. The new reward from the event. If you haven't played this yet, these are digital photo frames. You know, like the Aura frame everybody gets sponsored by, and it's like a digital frame. You can upload photos to it, and then it like cycles through your photos in real life. That's what these are like. You can put photos of your Sims in there, and then you can change how often it changes. It's like 1 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour, whatever. And there's 2 different sizes, and then they can sit on like your counter, on your fireplace. These are actually really nice. I was being a hater because based on the picture, I thought it was a picture of the imaginary friend doll thing. And I was like, who cares about that? No, it's a digital photo frame. It's way cooler than I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, if you haven't played the event, that came out today. That's in today's rewards from the event. So I was very excited about that as a feature. I thought you might be too. Did we get a mosquito? The mosquito stuff ones are ugly. Ugly. We have in mosquito stuff, we have like these digital frames, but they're for the wall. They're not for your like table. And they're not cute. So that's the difference. Hi Shella, how are you? Okay, let's get our playground stuff. I think I'm going to build a fully custom one because I want it to be big. This is the thing, you can see just how much space we have now that I placed that there. So let's start getting these all together. Okay, maybe I will have just one of these. I'll put a tunnel in between them, kind of like that. I'll have the staircase in between those, kind of like that. Maybe we can go back down to a not covered one. Oops, wrong thing. That's slotting, right? Yeah, okay. Can the swatches be colorful ones on this? I'm not sure what color I'm gonna use yet. I think for the school, I actually am not super sure if I like the idea of them being the super colorful swatches or not. So we'll have to see. But I feel like in this case for the school, I might want it, because everything at this school on the outside is like pretty, it's like pretty plain, you know? Because it's so fancy. I feel like it's giving like sad beige baby, you know? This school. But that's kind of the energy I feel like that we're ending up with. Do you think this looks okay? Like shape-wise? Maybe wood tone to fit the red brick? I mean, we can leave it in the wood tone. The only wood tone that exists is the default color. So that just depends if you like that color or not. That's the wood tone that it comes in, and the slide will have to be green, I guess. I don't know if I like it though. I kind of wish we had more swatches of them. Are you allowed to say that? I kind of wish we had been given more. Oh, we can have these be like a long pathway. That's good. That makes it a little bit bigger. Okay, that makes me feel better about it. Okay, we need to have a staircase that goes up. Let's see, outdoor activities. Adventure awaits. Okay. Oh, we have to have like swing sets too, probably. And I might add in monkey bars separate as well. So we'll see about that. Here's the staircase up it. We'll get these cute little toys there. Maybe over here, this can be where like the climbing bit is. Where is it? There it is. Maybe over here we can have this little climbing part of it all. I could see that working. Maybe we could do the ladder up this side as well. Yeah, it's nice that they have some pre-built ones. I think that's really helpful that there's a couple that come pre-made for you. Makes it a little bit easier for you when you're trying to start playing, you know? That's a nice, really large playground. Cool. Okay. Shall I put these together then? You're gonna make yourself a new sim self and let her play on the playground? I think that sounds like fun. Playgrounds are fun. Okay, so we have all of that. We don't have monkey bars. I don't know if we need them. We probably do need monkey bars, right? If we're gonna have this be like a true, proper park, you're gonna wanna have some monkey bars. Can you put a telescope on it? I actually don't think that you can slot things on top of these. I think that it doesn't let you slot stuff to it. If I'm remembering correctly. No, they did not add any swings to the base game when they added the playground lot type. This was a very controversial choice from The Sims. But no, they did not add swings to the base game when they added the playground lot type. We all thought that was really stupid of them. Because like, how are you gonna give everybody a playground, but they can't even use it? I think that's acceptable for the playground. I think that takes up the space really nicely. We could do a tree back here. No, there's never been any base game swings this whole time. We've never had them in the base game. We have swings in a lot of packs now, but there's never been a base game swing set. What if we get a base game swing set on November 4th? I don't know if I would get your hopes up. I mean, maybe. I guess you never know. There is gonna be an update with like free content November 4th. They did say that, but I've decided I'm gonna stop getting my hopes up about The Sims 4. I think I need to be more reasonable. Okay, I am liking that. Let's try and get some more of these birch trees too. Maybe one of them could go back there. Another one of them could be in here in the middle of the courtyard. They could probably have one like in the middle of the playground, possibly. Maybe that's better. Something over there. Okay. We can try and do some more of these little cypress tree things. You get your hopes up too much and end up being sad? Yeah. Yeah. Very much relate. Very much relate. Okay. Like that. I think the update is just T-Pain's hair. Oh, I kind of forgot that they still owe us that. It probably will be that. I think it'll be some, like, I bet they'll have something else. I feel like they're hyping up the update, this November 4th thing, quite a bit. So if it was, I feel like it should be more than just one piece of free content if they're gonna hype it this much, but I guess, who knows with what they do. There'll be more expansion packs this year. I don't think so. The max we've ever had in a year was 3. So we all sort of expected there would be 3 expansion packs this year, just based on the fact that we got one in March. We thought, oh, there's gonna be more. And there was more. But I don't think that there won't be one like after October. I can't even imagine that. Because when would they, like, it would have to come out so quick, and they aren't gonna release it like on Christmas Day, you know? That would not be very smart of them, I don't think, so. Anyway, who knows, but I don't think there will be more packs this year. Mentally, you're still in businesses and hobbies, yeah. Yeah, For Rent was later in the year, but that's because that's like, this is the For Rent slot. This pack is that. It coming out like towards the end of the year, that's what they're doing with this. It's just a little bit earlier than maybe we would have expected it to be, but that's what this is. A later pack. Life and Death came out in October as well. Similar time slot, but Life and Death came out October 31st, not October 2nd. So that's why it feels so early. Oh yeah, I can use the deck. Wait, does that look bad? Maybe in like a really dark brown? I guess you could do it in white too, but... Oh, I don't think that looks bad. I think that's okay. Dark brown is nice. All right, cool. Sure. Are we gonna put some bushes in this part of it too? Maybe in here, along that back side. You can't get up or down this area. Maybe I'll get another ladder. I feel like more places to get up and down is a good thing. So we can put another one of the ladders over there. That's true. If I do put bushes over there, they can hide in them when you play hide and seek. That's a good point. Okay. Yeah, we can do it something like that, maybe. I wish I could have 2 of these. I really, really would like to have 2 monkey bars. Maybe we could split this up and have the staircase be over there. And just have a little fence piece. Because then I have more space. And I can scoot these over too. Like, that's fine like that. Yeah, I think having more playground equipment is better. Oh yeah, I'm not doing any terrain paint until the end. I'm not even touching the terrain paint until like last thing I do with this build. That's not in the cards for me right now. I'm not going anywhere near that. I don't think we're gonna add archery on this. I feel like we didn't really leave space for it with our layout, with everything built in. I mean, I guess maybe you could, no, it won't fit around here either. I just don't think that there's really space for it. So I don't foresee myself adding archery into this. I do think that it kind of makes sense, honestly, to have archery at the boarding school. I don't think it's that weird, but I just don't know if it's gonna work for us with this. in the front. But don't you think having archery in the front is like super random? The gym is a pool. We want to have the diving inside of the gym. Yeah, we have to figure out like a totally separate, I need to like rearrange the layout of the front of this place a little bit because I haven't done the front yard section really yet. Now why are you doing that? Oh my, I can't, okay, I don't even care. It's fine. Not in the front for a fancy school. Yeah, exactly, like that's kind of my worry too. I just feel like it's too fancy to just like pop some archery in the front. It needs to be, if you're gonna do it, it needs to be like really thought out, dedicated. And we have such a nice layout already that, do you really want to take away from that? That's kind of why I'm unsure. Rooftop archery, oh my god. You know what these Sims should be doing? They should be shooting arrows off the roof. You know what? You make a great point. Could you imagine? That feels like something that should happen in a school. Very, very safe activity for children. Yeah, we'll see how we feel about this. No, there's not any new deaths in the pack, unfortunately. Not with this one. Oh. Okay, I would want to have this be like that so I can have landscaping around it. It's not really giving Courtyard so much anymore. I might want to extend it out further then. Because that'll have more of a Courtyard vibe. Oops. Okay. One more little bit right here. Can Sims drown? Yeah, you could always drown in the water like that though. So that's not like a new death. That's been there. Archery basement, wouldn't be that weird? Yeah, but we don't have like we've already done the whole floor plan, so to throw in a staircase like this, the issue is like the staircase would be kind of random. Okay, I'm gonna have like a little section of bike parking over here. We'll see if this fits. Show hidden objects, show live edit objects. I like that it's like symmetrical, but just one little bit is extra, you know? Round courtyard to match the roundabout. Yeah, you could try. It's kind of a pain to deal with that, but we can look at it. The high school year parking, debug items work at the front. I wasn't really planning on putting parking in the front. It's kind of what, I don't know. I just feel like parking is so bleh. Because it's not functional, it's pretend, like, I don't know if I want to do it. Oh, this is the Nordhaven fountain. We could probably use this. I might need to like rearrange how we've got this front bit, but this might be okay. Well, we'll come back and look at the fountains in a second. I want to have another fountain though. Okay, bike parking. Is the fountain off the lot not enough? No. That's boring, it's just water. There's no like specialty fountain to it. Doesn't have anything shooting out of it or anything. Fountain off the lot is boring and dumb. These ones are cool. Yeah, this is the one that we used in the back. I like this one, but you know what? I actually, honestly, I could see them having like double fountains on either side of it. I know that's kind of funky, but I could actually see that happening. I don't think that that's unrealistic. It's kind of fancy. And we have these big giant oak trees sort of placed around. Yeah, you can sit on the edge of these, I'm pretty sure, right? I think so. Okay. Let's see how that looks from the front. Oh, I think that's okay. So, at this rate, you could possibly even put them on the corners. Yeah, I'm using the Sims 3 camera to build right now. I pretty much exclusively play with the Sims 3, not even pretty much. I do exclusively play with the Sims 3 camera. I find the Sims 4 camera really annoying for building. Maybe I put this one in just a tiny bit. Maybe put them all in just a tiny bit. That way it's like sort of rounded. They aren't perfectly at a line. Okay. Just recently changed the Sims 3 camera too. Yeah, it's definitely quite the adjustment if you're not used to using the Sims 3 camera, but you have so much more control over what you're doing. It really is better. It's just hard if you're used to using the Sims 4 controls to switch to the Sims 3 controls. But you can't even like free rotate stuff with the Sims 4 camera. It's like objectively worse. It's very strange. I don't understand why they did it like that. Yeah, it does definitely take some getting used to. So if you're starting with it and thinking like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? You're not alone. You're not alone in that feeling. The free real estate cheat, Caroline, it's just free real estate space on. Free real estate, all one word, and then space on is the free real estate cheat. It's pretty easy to use. Played the Sims 4 camera since day, or sorry, you use the Sims 3 camera since day one because the Sims 4 camera scared you. That's funny. She's hard to use. I don't know if I like this. I'm trying to think like how can we get some nice decor. I wish that this thing came in red. That's boring. Shaped bushes, like we put a llama. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not sure if that's like, to be honest, I really struggle to use the hedges, the hedge, like custom ones, like the llama, the elephant. I find them really hard to like know how and where to put them. You wish we had more topiaries? Oh, what do you think about topiaries? Do you have opinions about them? No, she doesn't have opinions about topiaries. Sorry, I guess that's my bad for asking. I figured that's what she meant when she said that. She like yelled when I said topiaries, so I thought maybe she didn't like them, but zero opinion, apparently. Okay, what about if we did like some of this kind of stuff, like some low-lying flowers underneath. That is simple and subtle. So we could possibly do that. I'm not sure if I want those to be all the way around the front or not. But we can look. It is pretty. And oh, sorry, wrong thing. I like how they look sized up. I could see that. Does Snap always yell? Oh, she always yells. Snap is loud. All the time. About everything. I think what happened just then is she was announcing her presence. Like, not kidding, I think what just happened is she came into my office and she said, "I'm here." And I looked at her and then she went, and no, she's sitting back there inside of the base of that fake plant. So it's kind of a daily thing. You've probably noticed if you've been here at the streams. Okay, are we doing red and blue stuff for school colors? A little bit. That's kind of why I have the red brick and the blue flowers. Thought they kind of looked cute together. And like the school is wearing all red and blue, like all their uniforms look like that, so. Okay. Remember to save? I just saved a second ago when I was doing the like layout of the patio, but we can definitely save again. All the way around this bit will be good. No, she didn't always used to be this loud. It's because she's really old and she can't hear anything anymore. So that's why she's as loud as she is. I think it's like her old age and like her not being able to hear has caused her to increase her volume, basically. She didn't even really used to be this talkative. When she was super young, she would talk a little bit, but now she talks non-stop and she screams when she speaks. So, yeah, she didn't used to really be like that until the past, I don't know, like, it's been slowly increasing the past, like, 5 years, I would say. She's 17, so. Okay, I am really liking the layout of that so far. I know some people wanted a flagpole. That's a golf flag. This is just a regular flag. Do you think if we had that centered in the middle of this little walkway, do you think that would be okay? That is like the school's colors. So that could work. I know some people are also saying a statue of the founder, but I feel like the flag makes more sense than the statue in this scenario. Well, we kind of started the inside wolf, kinda. Yesterday I was figuring, I didn't furnish it obviously, but I was like, this is gonna be the library, so I put like 4 bookshelves in there. That's kind of the extent of the furnishing I've done, is I figured out the floor plan and then put some markers so I won't forget. Did somebody get the clown roll? Oh my god, Eli. Congratulations. You think the center looks out of place? I actually don't think it does. I think that kind of thing happens a lot in real life. I don't even think that it necessarily would be like off to the side. I think that in real life people put the flag like right in the middle. Right? Let's see if we can find some pictures. That one's off to the side. Yeah, I just don't know where to put it though. Yours is centered, yours is off to the side. Yeah, so we're getting some, I'm getting mixed signals. Yeah, I don't know. 2 flags, 1 on each, like what, by the fountain? I don't know, I feel like if you stick it off to the side, it's like kind of random and like just there. I kind of like it in the center. I know you might not like it in the center, but I kind of like it in the center. Okay, let's get some benches. Is that in the center? Yeah. So there's one bench there. Maybe we could do another bench like angled in the corner. I could see that. That makes sense to me. No, these 3 front windows are from Life and University. University. They're from Discover University is what I said the first time. Yeah. How many benches? Is it fine if they're like that? Or should I put one like facing the opposite way? I don't like it the opposite way. We also have a trash can. I used this one outside in the back, so we could do that again. Okay. I don't think I'll put picnic tables in the front. The front to me is mostly there to look pretty, and we're gonna have picnic tables in the back. We can do some hopscotch in the front though. I think I'll probably put hopscotch down a couple times. I think that'll be really nice to have. Like we could do some more hopscotch like in the back somehow. And maybe again. Like back here somehow. How many packs am I using for this build? Oh, all of them, probably. We've gotten a little bit carried away so far with the packs that we have been using. So, yeah, I would have low expectations with this. What packs? Yes, basically. I haven't put marbles in yet. We could add some marbles. I think that could be nice. Oh, you found Petrie? That's fun, Tilly. That's a good one. My mods have been kind of obsessively playing Animal Crossing recently. We have like a mods chat in the Discord server, and literally all that has been brought up, and I'm not even exaggerating, it's just Animal Crossing. That is the only discussion. But like specifically villager hunting. So it's been fun. I'm not in a position right now where I'm interested in villager hunting. I found Curly last week in real life. It's too fresh. I don't need to hunt again just yet. Yeah, we did that. We did a lot of that. Curly drained me. I'm good for now. Gonna need a break. Okay. Add the water balloon bucket to the playground? You think so? Would that be random to have the water balloon bucket on the playground? We could put a water balloon bucket. Maybe we could do it instead of on the playground. We could possibly put it in the grass somewhere. Because we could like open this part up. To let them have, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Let me get some marbles. The marbles thing is really like simple, easy to put down. Could be fun to put it in kind of a random spot like that. I don't know. You just misclicked on exit instead of save and exit. Oh my god. The way I would probably cry. Honestly, like, that would push me over the edge today. Yeah, that would be bad. I wouldn't handle that well if that happened to me right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, these are like not picnic tables, but I think I'm gonna do some tables with, I don't know, I just like how those look, I think, for out here with the umbrellas. No, I don't think Sims can step over this stone fence, which I actually kind of like. I kind of like that they're like forced to use it the way that it is. I just think that's kind of cute. They have to walk through my path, the way my path was intended to be used. Okay, so they're kind of just like dotted in over there, so they can't hide in the bushes. In those ones, no. There's some in the front that are not trapped behind anything though, that they could be able to access. Your boarding school is nowhere near as fancy as this. No, this is a very, very fancy boarding school, I know. We know. I don't know if anybody actually attends a place like this in real life. This is like out of the movies, you know? It's giving like Gossip Girl, like if it was an overnight kind of situation. It's very fancy. This is for rich people. Very, very, very rich people. I might put some picnic tables up here. Wrong color. I kind of like the idea of having some picnic tables, right? I think that could be nice. Just have like 3 of them. You think stone ones? I don't know about stone ones being on top of the... I guess we could do stone ones, but I'm just not sure about the stone ones being on top of the deck. That's what's throwing me about the stone. But I guess we could do them like that. Should be more precise. I feel like if they're precise, it looks... it's not as cute. If they're gonna be stone, I think they have to be precise. But... I don't know. Those wooden floors outside would be so slippery. No, this is like intended to be used outside. It's like a deck. You could put like a patio up there, but I just kind of like the... I also kind of prefer how they looked when they were just placed around. These are the ones from Adventure Awaits, but to me that's not really good. They look old. These are like plastic ones, which is probably also not good. These ones have stone on them. Oh, that's kind of giving school cafeteria table. At my cafeteria in high school, there was like long benches and then the seats were attached like little circles. You dare me to use this one, Christine? It's cute too, that's the problem. I just don't think it works for this. I don't have a specific inspiration picture, Mayo. We were looking at like 15 different boarding schools yesterday. We don't have just one particular one in mind. No backrest is evil to you. Yeah, no, we did not have like backrests on our chairs at lunch. Definitely not. I'm gonna do it like this. I think these ones are my favorite. These are just the first ones again, but I like how they kind of blend in a little bit. I was gonna get the paper crafting station. This is the new thing. We don't need to have a ton of these, but I think maybe having like 1 or 2 outside as if they were doing some crafts out here, I think that could be kind of nice. And those are like new from the pack, so it feels appropriate to use. Let's get this. Do it in red. Can you set a getaway schedule preset through gameplay, or can the presets only be set in build mode? No, you can set it in gameplay. In build mode, you're not setting a getaway schedule preset. You're setting a custom venue schedule preset. And if you plan a getaway, that's like planning an event on your phone. So you can like click the like little car icon and where it like says travel, and then you can plan a getaway. You can use one of the presets, including ones that you've saved, for that, or you can make a new one. But there's two different things. So yeah, you can do it in live mode because you plan to get away from live mode. Okay, I might have this go all the way around back here. Scoot. Oh, maybe you don't need scooted. Maybe you could say like that. Is paper craft an outside thing in America? No. No. I mean, I guess you could do it outside, but I'm putting them outside because I feel like it's nice to have something on the tables. We have lunch boxes. I just don't really want to like, to me, my goal isn't really to set this up as though Sims are eating lunch. I want it to be sort of blank. I don't really have an intention of putting like random clutter as if a Sim is actively sitting there when they aren't. So I'm not gonna do that. I have these things because they're functional for gameplay. I mean, this thing is functional for gameplay too, but because you can get quick meals from it. But, well, we could do the friendship bracelet kit on the table because that's like a functional gameplay thing. Maybe they could make friendship bracelets outside. That's the kind of clutter I'm picturing for this though. Like stuff that you can do. I don't know if you can put the flower press book on a picnic table, but I guess that could be a nice yeah, we could put it on a picnic table. That could work. In your mind, they're eating fancy lunch inside the cafeteria, not out of lunch boxes. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like, story-wise, they'd probably like have a really fancy lunch being prepared for them every day. I mean, that is how it works in the game too. We don't have any game tables yet. We are gonna have some, but we don't have any yet. We don't have really any furniture. So I'm just trying to get together the rest of the outside. Because once we have the outside done, we can like really move into the inside. So let me do, yeah, some lights hanging from the ceiling in like some of these important areas, like where they turn the corners and stuff. Because it can be a little bit dark, but I think that it shouldn't be like super dark on these spaces. And then we need to have some more stuff outside. Like I need some more benches. Oops, I didn't mean to drop that. Delicate iron bench. Should we put like 4 of them all close together right there? I do actually kind of like how that looks, honestly. You can't really do bleachers. Yeah, that's the thing. That's kind of a fun idea, but it's just not really doable in the game. The iron benches probably get so hot. Yeah, they would, wouldn't they? It'd be horrible. The windows that I'm using are mostly from Discover University, if you're seeing them and wondering. Okay, that's just to take up space, basically. Yeah, it's a school for kids only. It's not for teens, only children. And there's only 12 students, technically speaking. So I know it seems like there's probably a lot more based on how it's built up, but yeah, we're getting a little carried away. It's very exclusive, very private school. Can I use ones with the red umbrella? I mean, you could. I don't really like the red umbrella. To me, she looks ick. I hate red. That's my big problem. I just can't. Okay, Yeah, I feel like the blue just looks better. The limit is 20 sims on a getaway, Vian. It's when you have a getaway, you can have 8 sims per roll and up to 20 sims total. So what I've done is I've made 2 sets of children roles. There's like 6 and 6. And then you maybe have like a teacher or a camp counselor or whatever. So you could probably have like 20 different roles, 1 sim per role, but it's 20 sims total, 8 per role, if that makes sense. That's kind of how it works and how it splits up. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point with the outside. I'm gonna go start working on the classrooms. The classrooms really excite me. So I think I wanna go do these. Because I think it'll be kind of fun to decorate. Because we can get like desks. Oh, I meant to add windows into that part. Ooh. Yeah, that looks really bad from the outside. Oh no. Oh my god. Well, it's fine. Windowless classroom, I guess. So these classrooms are like generic classrooms. We already have, before you say art room, music room, blah, 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 we already have those. They're downstairs. I haven't decorated them yet, but I already have space laid out. These classrooms are gonna just be like classroom. And we'll probably put like different posters in it to imply one's like the English classroom, one's the science classroom, but there is a separate science classroom too with like this skill building object. These rooms are gonna have desks in them. So it's gonna be, it's kind of like a filler space because we already have so much else laid out that we intend to use. These ones are kind of gonna just be there to take up space a little bit. Okay, I like this really fancy desk. It's kind of a dark color, but oh dear. Would I use the school project somewhere for skill building? Maybe. The only thing about the school projects is that it like needs replenished versus like the rest of this stuff. Once it's there, it's just there, you know? So that's kind of like a little bit more difficult to use in that way. This is a little bit too tight. Maybe I should have put it up here. I guess the whiteboard could be off center, possibly. If we did it like this, we'd have more room. And we can have the whiteboard off center and put like some teacher-y stuff next to it. I think that's okay. Alt place. Alt place. Alt place. Is there gonna be a teacher desk? Not in these classrooms, because it's not really like, you don't really need it for like gameplay function. They aren't even gonna use this at all. Like literally at all. So I don't think I'm gonna put a teacher desk in here just because it won't get used. And I'd rather, like, I don't wanna have a desk in here that like will probably have the kids end up sitting at it, right? Like if there was a teacher desk that we wanted to be the teacher desk, what would happen in gameplay is the kids would sit there. This line is from this. The line you're seeing is from the like area around that whiteboard. It goes away in live mode. You just see it in build mode. Use a desk with no chair. Yeah, but I just don't think that's gonna fit in these tiny rooms. I just don't think that that's really like a worthy thing for us to use up space with. It's a fun idea for realism, but you'll see as we do this build, it's like a constant balance between what do we think looks good and like makes sense versus what is like necessary for the game. Like, you know, we're gonna be going back and forth a lot throughout the whole stream trying to do this and like figure out the best way to do it. I kind of want to have the desks be lighter color. But yeah, it's just a little bit different than like maybe you would choose to do if you were trying to make a real school, basically. Okay. I don't really know what kind of posters we want to get in here. Maybe we put a couple of these over here together. Isn't giving speeches one of the teacher tasks? Yeah, but they give speeches at the podiums, literal, which is not the same as using the whiteboard or anything. So we're gonna have to put a podium in somewhere upstairs. I kind of have a vision of where it's gonna go, but we aren't obviously not doing it yet. Okay, so we're kind of like aiming for slight science room with this. Let's get like a periodic table is a fun. Maybe we put that in the back of the room. Okay. No, these posters are from high school years. These ones are not from the new pack. These ones are just from high school years. I could see in real life there being brick. I don't know if that's like too weird, too boring, but I could see that happening. Podiums in the classroom feels very boarding school. Yeah, but I remind you again, Chad, we're in a tough spot with the size of this room. So I don't know if that's gonna work in that particular room. Unfortunately. PR told should be at the front so they can see it while sitting. Well, what it should be and what it is are different, Tearful. Because again, there's not a lot of room for us to put that at the front, obviously, in a room like this. So where it would be in real life and where it will be in our Sims, it's never gonna be the same. And that's okay. I don't want to make it one classroom. I want it to be big. I want to have as much space as we can, Martin. We want it to look like it's a really big school. We're like playing pretend a little bit. So you know, we don't need to have all these extra classroom space. But I think it looks cool to have them all look like separate classrooms. So we're gonna try and make do with that. You know? Okay, I think that's a better placement. I'm gonna get some of the Discover University stuff too. Because University has like, I could see this being a thing that we try to add in too. Yeah, see, it's like a couple rocket type posters. And then University also has, oh, we could definitely get some of these. These could be fun. Oh, we should put this in the gym somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna put a couple of these little things for like the local universities, you know? Yeah, it's kind of fun. Some of the university ones have like a little bit of a visible fold on them. It's kind of neat. Okay, books. Okay, what about... Oh, I'm filtered by university. I was gonna say, why is it showing me all that stuff? I was on the wrong filter. Okay. I want to get the Skelly sim too. Unfortunately, I can't help it. But I really would like to have, I mean, it helps with it looking like a biology classroom, right? Maybe? Maybe. I think it's cool. Oh, maybe we could have a frog and we can act like it's a class pet. I could see that. Okay. Yeah, there is that like apple-shaped clock, but I might use that in one of the other rooms because this room is lucky that it has so much variety of posters that work. You think we need a hamster to honor the mascot? I don't know if I want to put the My First Pet Stuff rat. I understand where everyone is coming from when they make this suggestion, but I just think that object is so odd looking. I know we have the mascot, like we made up, pretend that this place's mascot is a rodent. And we have like a sim walking around in the rat costume, but I just don't know if I can handle that. Molly, there's gonna be a whole separate science room. These are like fake classrooms that we're building right now. They are playing pretend fake classrooms that we're building. There's downstairs, there's a whole room that we're gonna put the science tables in, okay? So we're not gonna put like music inside of one of these classrooms either. This is me trying to fill up space on my 64 by 64 lot. Please chat, I beg you, let me fill up the space in my 64 by 64 lot. Sometimes it's nice just to have some space. Okay, let's do some bookshelves in one of these rooms. Should we put like these? I don't like how it fits with my... So it'll probably just be two of them. I'm intentionally, just so you all know, I'm intentionally not gonna put clutter on all these desks, okay? I think that we want it to look like the kids are not actively in the class. It's just the blank slate classroom is ready for class, okay? That's kind of what we're going for with this, at least. Oh, this doesn't fit anywhere, does it? That's okay, they can still have the... yeah, when you put too much clutter on it, all of a sudden the desk is like not functional anymore, and that's bad news, obviously, so. Trying to be like conscious of that too. That makes the windows look a little bit bigger. Which could be nice. No, it's not gonna work as a high school from high school years because I'm not gonna have all the stuff that you need for it, and it's gonna be like really focused on kids, this building. So I guess you could try to convert it yourself and like make some adjustments to make it look like a high school year's high school, but unfortunately, it's just gonna be a little bit different than that. Oh, I kind of like that. I like that too. Maybe this one could go in that classroom. These can definitely go in here, like this. I think the light bulb will pretty much always make sense for like any classroom, so I can also use that. Apple clock. Is there a reading poster from one of the packs? There are some posters from even the base game that are kind of about reading. We have like this thing. It's kind of a reading poster. So that works. I wonder if we could get like a, maybe it's from Get Together. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about putting some of these. Just try and act like it's a certain type of classroom. I mean, that one probably looks better to go inside of the science classroom that we're trying to build here. Yeah, Book Nook has some nice like framed book stuff too that we could try to add in. It's a good thing this doesn't fit, huh? I really want to use them. Well, they have like this flag too. I always kind of forget that thing even exists. Could be big in the middle. You think just like one? I deleted the whole thing. There's a lab separate, yeah. There's also an art room and a music room and stuff separate too, Charlie. They're not part of this room, obviously, but we're gonna have all kinds of space like that separate. The small one on the sides. Oh, I didn't like how that looked with them being different sizes. No, the pack's not out yet, Carmel. We're still in early access. The pack comes out on Thursday. So we're not quite there yet. This board is from Businesses and Hobbies. The whiteboard. Okay. Little book clutter. I kind of like the default swatch of it, honestly. We can get a nice thing hung up right there. Yeah, I played the event. I haven't played it like on stream, obviously, but I have played the event. I thought that this week, the event itself is boring, but this week there's like a digital photo frame that they're adding in the base game, and I really liked it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to put at the front of that classroom. Maybe we can get some corkboard. I've always liked this thing. I mean, it's simple enough. Takes up space. I don't think I'm gonna use the motivational posters inside of the classroom chat. I know you want me to use them. The ones are like from the, was it the like, what's her name? The Stranger Things girl? From that like event they did with her that you can find in debug. There's like a bear and stuff. I will use them. I just think I won't use them inside of the classroom because they'll be nice like in the hallways. Oh, you know what I could do? I can steal this and we can change swatches out. We'll have to like flip it around a little bit, but this can be stolen. It's a miracle. Okay. Let's see. I might want to get some more of the tiny windows. Oh, I'm actually missing roof trim. Look at that. It's good that we checked that. Okay. Maybe some of the classrooms have a horizontal orientation. Oh, we were looking at switching the orientation of the skinny one, the first, and it looked really bad. Just so you know, just as a heads up. We did try that out and we thought it looked kind of weird, so doesn't mean we won't do it, but it was a thing that came up and then kind of didn't want to stay. I can do a different poster back there. The lines on the floor are from the whiteboard, Scarlett. Those are the lines on the floor are like where the whiteboard would impact for if you were going to host a class with businesses and hobbies. So if I move the whiteboard, you'll see the lines move. They're only there in live mode. It's just because if you were going to have like a painting class, you need to have easels within that square for it to work. That's just kind of how businesses and hobbies works. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, so when you're actually playing, you don't see them. They're just visible in build mode. Oh, I love these library posters. Those are so fun to me. We could use some of those inside of this little classroom. Maybe we do some more like that kind of stuff. Am I gonna use this school for the Nightmare Legacy Challenge? I don't really see myself using this school in my legacy, no. I mean, it's not really a school. It's like pretend school that you can go to a getaway and have your sim like do skill building during the day and say they're at school, but they're not. Like, that's kind of the vibes of it. I don't really foresee myself sending my like legacy sims away in that way. At least not right now. But not even for squash, but like in very veggie. I mean, never say never. I'm not saying I'm not gonna use it in my legacies ever. I just mean that like that's not why I'm building it. I'm building this for fun. Summer school to boost skills. Yeah, but the thing is they still go to school in the summer and I play on short lifespan, so when you don't go to school, it actually is bad. No, these aren't new posters. Those are growing together. These ones are from Strangerville, believe it or not. They are not new posters. We've had these ones for a while. Yeah, short lifespan's just not really the kind of time that I would try to send my sims to a fake boarding school, you know? Short lifespan is sort of in like a unique situation. Okay. There you go. So that's one of them. I know some people wanted me to orient the other classroom like another way. We could consider doing it like this instead. Make them all a little bit different. Oh. It's kind of annoying with the door location though, isn't it? Like where you have to walk in. Maybe we shouldn't do it like that. Just for the sake of like it working fine. The dorms are a separate building, Freya. They're over there. We haven't furnished them yet, obviously. I'm gonna do the podium in here because they need the podium to like, that's part of one of the like lot things for the principal and for the teachers is to give speeches. So we could put that in here. It's got some potential. I think doing it like that should be fine. It's a bigger classroom. Just having overlapping areas for the boards mess up where the kids sit. No, because they're not even gonna use the boards like that. It's a good question. Like, would it like cause them to like try and sit in the wrong classroom? The boards actually function within the square, but also within the room. So if you were doing this with businesses and hobbies properly, this is in this room. That takes priority, right? But if you had something outside of the border within the same room, then it wouldn't work technically. But like they'll use the stuff in the room. They wouldn't like watch this class from out here. They're not that silly. They do make some silly choices, but it's not that bad. But this isn't gonna really work with the lectures. They're not gonna teach class in the way that you want them to. That will never happen. You can't even, for some reason, you can't even set like teach or like lecture on the whiteboard as one of the activities for the custom venue. It's not physically possible for some reason. So I don't know. I was kind of disappointed by that too. But you hope they add that. Yeah, I don't know if it was, like, to me, it makes me wonder if it's maybe not a mistake and it's, like, done on purpose because, that's the same thing. Yeah, I wonder if it was, like, intentional because with this, there's no way to, like, require somebody to have level 5. And so you need level 5 to be able to do a lecture, but if you can't require that somebody has level 5, then how are you gonna have, like, someone be able to lecture as the role, because it's like everyone needs level 2 only. So yeah, I don't know. I think it maybe was not an accident. I think it possibly was on purpose because it just doesn't work right. Yeah, they have attend lectures as an option, but not host them. But you can attend a lecture anytime. And that's the thing. You could be the teacher, and then you could have your sim lecture. You just can't like have a random sim do lectures, basically, with this. Okay. We can only have chairs in this classroom and not desks. I mean, you could possibly do that, but to me, this one's like the ideal classroom because this is the one where the lectures will happen with the podium, so I'd kind of rather have desks. I want the Sims to prioritize sitting in here, possibly. Yeah, you can tell employees to do it in businesses and hobbies, but that's a different pack. So, what works there might not work here. I don't know. I just feel like it would be weird if it was accidentally left off because there is like the alternate version of it where like you can have to listen to them. So that makes me feel like it doesn't work and that's why it's not possible. But I don't know that for certain, obviously. There's no way to know that for certain. Yeah, you can do that, Ollie. You can play whatever role of it as you want. So the question is, could you have like a child in your household and an adult in your household come here? Yeah, I mean, it's think of it the same. I think it's a better comparison, like the summer camp, because you might have seen videos on that. You could be the camp counselor and the camper. You can have like an adult in your household become the camp counselor and the kid be one of the campers, and you can like do them both at the same time. The same goes for this. Anyone in your household can be any role. It's not like specific to anything because the roles are fully customizable. So if you can be a student, then you can also be the teacher because as far as the game is concerned, there's no difference between the student and the teacher. They just have different activities that you set, but you have a lot of association to those words. So you, in your mind, the teacher's like the boss, but in the game there is no boss. It's just whatever role, whatever like stuff you've set to each role and what label you typed for it. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, fishbowl. Can you live at the getaway and kind of run it? Not really. You can host getaways at your house, but this pack really is not, I don't like how that looks. This pack is really not about hosting getaways. It's about like attending them. It's not really meant for you to be able to like, I mean, you can do it that way, but that's not like the main purpose of the pack. So I wouldn't like get it in your head that you're gonna become like some getaway owner, because that's not really possible. Like you can't own a custom venue lot. You can own your house and you can add like a separate room in it that you're gonna use for getaways, but at the end of the day, it's just a getaway. Okay. I think all of those classrooms can be set up for now. I like how it fills up loads of space. Let's do the bathrooms. I'm still not sure if I want to use this tile or not. I keep changing my mind. Yeah, so you could run a retreat at your house, like, and you could like build your house so it looks like you've got space for a retreat, but that's not really like, you can't like build a custom venue that you then own, you know? You also can't separate it, like you can't like choose, this is my house, that's the venue on your lot, like this is the space for public, this is for me. It's not like businesses and hobbies in that way, but you could lock doors, but there isn't like a, because you know how when you have a certain lot type you can use like the outlines and set like this room belongs to these people. You can't do that with this pack because it's not really about it being on your lot. You can do it on your lot. I made a video on it yesterday. When did I post the video? Yesterday? Yeah, I posted a video on it yesterday where Stanley did that. He had it at his house and he was having like an art retreat. So if you're curious about that, you can watch that video and like see how it works a little bit better. But you're not gonna make like you don't own the custom venue lots. It's not really about running a business. That's cutting it really close right there. I can steal some extra space. Well, I'm still cutting it really close, but now I'm doing it with 2 of them instead of just 1. how'd you set up a riding school? If I was gonna set up a riding school, in order to have the horses on my lot, I would have one adult sim and like 6 horses, and it would be at my house. I would decorate it and build the place as if it was a riding school, and then I would just host getaways. The same getaway every week or whatever. Where like the Sims play with horses or something. I wouldn't do it as a custom venue though. I would do it on my Sims house. Like that, but you basically would just host a getaway every week. At their house. Can scoot the stalls into the wall a little bit. These ones are already kind of in the wall a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but... no, the gray line it's from this. It's from the whiteboard. Everybody is really panicked about these gray lines. Ever since Businesses and Hobbies came out, every time I use the whiteboard, I feel like it's like every 2 minutes somebody's like, oh my god, what is that? Is it a glitch? And it's been happening for like months. I always feel bad being like, no guys, it's just from the whiteboard. It's only visible in build mode. It's fine. But it comes up so often. Like it's so common that people are like panicking about it, which makes sense. It looks terrible, but it's just for the whiteboard. It's for the whiteboard. It's fine. It's not a bad thing. It's totally fine. No cause for concern, I promise. Not this time, at least. Okay. Should have made him neon green so it's more obvious. Yeah, in the past, you know how like this thing, the like instructor mat for yoga is a bright color, but it's only visible when you're clicking on it. You can't see it when you're clicked off of it. It's the same thing though. It's the same functionality where like that's the area that it affects the like student yoga mats. The Businesses and Hobbies whiteboard works the same, but it's like more visible long term even when you're not clicked on it, because then it's easier to build around. So I actually think this is better than that because you can see it when you're not clicked on it. So if I was gonna try and make like a little area out here, I don't need to keep clicking on it to see how big the space is. I can just see it and put my easels in that area in between it with no problem. So to me, I think it's nice, but I know it's confusing if you haven't ever seen it before. Or even if you have seen it and you forgot, because it looks weird. It does look weird, so. I'm trying to decide if I like the tile. I don't know. I feel like the tile is so much. You love the tile? You think so? It just looks like so fancy to me. And in a way that I feel like is bad. Like it's like fancy in a bad way. Because it's doing so much. I mean, it is still a school bathroom. But it's a really fancy school, so I guess it matches the vibes of the place. Oh my god, they could have like a poster of the school. It actually kind of looks like that. Okay, just absolutely ridiculous school bathroom. So silly. Yeah, we can flip these around then. Kind of do the opposite thing. It is really nice to be able to copy them, isn't it? So it's not like a hotel pack. No, I don't really think it's a hotel pack at all. It's a, and this is so dumb to explain it this way, but it's a getaway pack. What is a getaway? Anything, really? Like that's, I think that they made it not a hotel pack on purpose because it's more than that. You can kind of do hotels, but you can also kind of do a bunch of stuff. That's why you can make summer camp, and you can make like a Love Island style thing, and you can do like what I'm doing, a fake school. This is maybe pushing it a little bit, but I think if they called it a hotel pack, it would be like really specific, but they're trying to give you some more wiggle room, I guess. And no, I don't think that like a hotel build really works like a hotel in the sense that I still want it to. It's so much of this pack is playing pretend. Genuinely, like that's And I know a lot of The Sims is like that. Like, The Sims is kind of a game these days where you play pretend. But the hotels are very much like that. Like, you really need to use your imagination when trying to play with them. And same with everything else, like what I'm doing now. I like to play pretend. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy playing pretend, but some people maybe don't, so. Yeah, I'm gonna make this like really fancy around the interior of this. You hope I get my hotel someday. You know what else I want? Daycare. You can't do daycare with this either. And I wish you could. Okay, that looks pretty though. That helps. No, it's not vampires. This is a base game, Railing and Fence. It does kind of, the vampires one is a sort of slightly similar vibe, so I can see why you would think that, but it actually isn't technically. Did I try daycare and it didn't work? Well, the thing is, daycare would be basically the exact same thing as what we've done here with this schedule. You can't have toddlers or infants. Does that answer your question? So daycare would be like, kid play with skill building, kid play with toy, kid eat, kid go home. Yeah, so it's not daycare. You can't do that. I know, boo, right? It's very frustrating. I think the railing's clipping into the window. Oh, the railing just will be. That's not gonna change. We're not gonna touch that. Yeah, but it doesn't work with people that are younger than child aged, so. Okay, let's get a bunch of science tables in here. Because we could set this up so that everyone has to use a science table all at the same time if you really wanted to, almost. Okay, scoot over a whole bunch more than this. And then I'll scoot these in. That should leave enough space for them to stand. Add a fire alarm? Yeah, we'll have a fire alarm, don't worry. You're gonna need one of those. Oh, these are not over far enough. Do you think we'll be playing with it today? No, definitely not. I don't think that there's a world where we get close enough to finishing it in time to be able to like do gameplay in this today. And this is what I get for doing it as a 64x64 lot, because I really honestly didn't intend for it to be this big. And then we chose this lot and I was like, let's just full send, we'll do it this big. And now it's really big, and so it's not gonna be a quick thing to finish. So it could, you know, it could have been different, but I didn't do it differently. I know that sometimes when I've done like little sciencey lab things, I've used this and like pretended that it was some kind of like eye wash station. But my goodness, is that just the most ugly thing you've probably ever seen? Let's try and get ourselves some more space. We can scoot these against the wall. It's ugly, but it's realistic. You think so? Yeah, when I build high schools, I usually do that. The high schools are a bit more fun though, because they get microscopes. These Sims don't have microscopes. Science classrooms are kind of ugly. In real life, yeah, maybe a little bit. I mean, it's hard to make a thing like this that doesn't look weird, so. Makes sense. Let's get a trash can. Can kids use the microscope? I don't know if the children can use the microscope, but because we know that kids can use these science tables and I don't use them enough, I'm gonna use the science table instead. Part of me wants to put a tile floor, but I feel like it needs to be like large format tile. And that's a little bit ugly. This science table that I'm using in here is actually from Snowy Escape. It's kind of a cute one, isn't it? Okay, those look sciencey. Linoleum floor. Oh, see, the linoleum floor? You guys can't be serious. Those two things together, we get like the cheapest floor looking floor in the game plus the most expensive. That's what I'm worried about, is using them together and having them be next to each other and look so different. I'm scared that it's gonna look silly. I know it's realistic, but this is not realistic, so we have to pick. Which kind of, how much realism are we going for with the floor? I actually I don't really hate this, honestly. I think this is kind of neat. You got the drain and everything. I want to have like storage or something. I don't know. They charge more for tuition because they installed the fancy floors. Yeah, they really increased the tuition cost recently because they're trying to pay for their marble. Right, totally. What? Where did I put this? Can I have these all be like in the same place and then raise them up the same height? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we're not gonna do a whiteboard in here because we want to have space for all the skill building in here. That's like high priority. Is to have space to put more of the toys and stuff. Toys, miniature science labs, whatever you want to call them. I feel like that makes sense. Okay. How else are we gonna do this? Should I get a window? I feel like maybe I need a window. We can have these be next to each other. I just feel like maybe it needs something like that, you know? I don't like the curtains. I only have these curtains on here because I'm trying to make it look taller. I want it to feel like it's a bigger room than that. Periodic table. Maybe this thing could go over here then. One of the other high schools that I've built recently, I put a bunch of, oh, maybe this could be blue instead of the gray. Maybe that's cuter. But I put a bunch of aprons in one of the other high schools that I built recently inside of the science lab. But don't know if it looks silly or not. It's okay. Yeah, there is the element rack as well, this thing. Only problem with this thing is that it doesn't have any, like, you can't put the elements into it yourself, basically. I guess we can do no trash can. But yeah, you can't put elements in there and then have it like upload with debug. So with the debug stuff, it'll just be empty when you get it off the gallery again. Well, we could leave it like that on purpose. Yeah, no, so if you try to get a complete one off the gallery, it doesn't really work right, in my experience at least, from testing it. I know somebody said they wanted the caterpillar incubator. We could try something like that. I could see that working. Should I put more of the brick along this wall? Nah. It's okay. Let's keep working. Let's keep working. Let's move into this room. This one's gonna be the computer lab. Maybe once we have more stuff, it'll feel more done. We still have art rooms and stuff downstairs, by the way, so nobody panic. We do have other, like, there's lots of skill building to be added. Please use a rat as a science experiment. I don't really want to put the rat in because I don't like the swatches on it. And this is for butterflies. There's like a butterfly incubator. So that's got to count for something, right? Colorful single desks from growing together. What, these ones? This is gonna sound so terrible. I'm not really going for color inside of this place. I feel like this is a really old school, and they operate very old school with what they have and what they use. I mean, look at the sad beige playground, you know? I don't think rich people like whimsy. Okay, I will scoot these close together, but that is sort of a starting point for the computer lab. Oh, maybe they should be all in the middle. Now that I think about it, maybe that looks better. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Oh, I did it wrong. I wanted to scoot these this way. These kids are gonna have a lot of space on their computer lab desks, aren't they? It's kind of ridiculous. Maybe I should have put more. I don't know. Maybe I'll use dining tables instead of the desks. Because then you can put 2 of them on it. The only thing about that is that I feel like then it's really close together. It's like the opposite problem. When you do it like this, you can have 2. And that is kind of more so the vibes, I would say. That's a lot of computers. They would have Macs for sure. Oh my god, they probably would have Macs. Should we give them the fancy Macs that are 10? No, those are 10,000 simoleons each. This is already gonna be so expensive. I don't think we can afford to be doing all that. Because think about how much money it's gonna cost you to have your Sims stay here. I don't know if we can afford that. At that point, we're just like making the tuition more expensive just to make it more expensive. Scary. Okay, that's how I did it before. No, it looks bad. This is a lot of stuff. Yeah, getaways cost your Sims. I mean, a getaway is like going on vacation. So it absolutely costs you money. Because you gotta pay every single night of your vacation. So they do get pretty pricey pretty quick, especially because it's based on the value of the lot. And of course, this lot's value is very high. Okay. More computers than students. Oh. That's true. All right. New plan. No, we didn't do the bedrooms yet. We haven't done that yet. Guys, we have a lot to do. Let's put like the 3 wide tables. You go there. This will be exactly enough desks for the number of students that we have. Because we've got 12 students and we'll have 12 computers this way. And that's fine. Okay. I can work with that. About the desks being along the walls of the room. You could rearrange them that way, but I kind of like them being in the center. I think there's something kind of neat about them being in the center. High school years. Okay. I was gonna look at, no, maybe, what about like the parenthood? This is university, never mind, not parenthood. But what about like these? One of the school colors is supposed to be red. Oh dear God. Might actually be better if we placed them like this. Because then I can fit them and have like a perfect walkway. Think blue maybe? Well, the blue on these chairs is not a good blue. It's light blue. And they have more of like a deep blue is their color scheme. It's like navy blue. Okay, Discover University. I want to see about like this thing as a possibility for the room. See, this kind of brings in the blue and the red together. I could see that working. We're gonna put the research, well actually, no, we talked about putting research machines in the library. I don't think that children can use a research machine. So we decided that, this is like a whole thing yesterday, we were like, oh, we should put research machines, and then we thought, oh wait, I don't think we need them. So we were kind of going back and forth a little bit on that, but I think we ended up with, oh, actually we don't need a research machine because it's not possible to use them. It's only for kids, Callie, it's not for teens. So, I wasn't gonna put a whiteboard in here. My intention is not to put whiteboards in all of these rooms. Like, there's not a whiteboard in the science lab either. But, I kind of want, like, cabinetry. Or, like, bookshelves. There's gonna be a full kitchen, yeah. There needs to be one, because they have to be able to cook food to serve to the kids. The adults can use the kitchen. It's just the kids that can. Okay, storage inside of computer lab. That could work for me. We're sort of sticking to our plan of not having teacher desks, by the way. I know that, at least, well, my plan of not having teacher desks, because I think that that's not going to function well. It doesn't matter. They don't need it. There is no such thing as a teacher, really. Like, it's all play and pretend. What I don't want, and what I think is worse than having a teacher desk, is having the kids sit at the teacher desk. So I'm kind of, like, intentionally not putting one, because I'm trying to avoid that. You know? So that's kind of what I'm most worried about with this. I like the idea of there being a TV. I hear you with that. And then if there was a TV on the wall, they could, like, we could pretend they're, like, projecting something onto it or something. You know, they're, like, showing you something. No, the cabinets are the same color. It's just the lighting in The Sims 4 is bad. So everyone always thinks they're different colors, but they're not. They're the same swatch. They just look different because the lighting is bad. Yeah, it's a little smartboard moment. Exactly. Exactly. I want the pencil cup that's base game. Where is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. Probably just made you yawn too. Is it under this category for no reason? You know what I'm talking about? It's like kind of square. Oh, it's there. Sorry, false alarm. It was there the whole time. Maybe we could put a couple tablets in here, like as if they're being stored in here. Can I alt place that one? Is that so bad? Oh, those aren't alt placed and they look okay like that. We get 4 of them. Okay. That could work for me. A smartboard is like a, it's like a big touchscreen TV kind of vibe that's the teacher will have like their computer and then the smartboard connected to it. It's like a touchscreen monitor for their computer, but it's big and on the wall. They're obviously very expensive and not something that most people are accustomed to being around. And they also, I don't think, even work that well from my understanding. Yeah. It's like you'd be better off with just a projector or something, probably. But yeah, they are famous for that, I think. Yeah, we need to put blinds on these small windows again, but my God, I really, really, really hate how they look. I don't want to do, I'm not going to do it in this blue. Remember, because the blue is not the same color as the blue that the school has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The school blue is like a different shade of blue, so I don't want to use that light blue in here. I know I have it on this, but I don't really want it to be everywhere. Just have whiteboards and dry erase markers. Yeah, that is most people's experience, I think. More simple. I can't upload this to the gallery today, Bridge. I like have access to the gallery now, and the embargo is lifted, so I could, but to be completely honest with you, I probably won't put it on the gallery today because I don't know if it's gonna be done today. But if it was done, it could be on the gallery. Let's do the library next. This will be fun. We have to do this upstairs hallway soon too. That's not as fun as the library. Oh, people would accidentally use real pens on the smartboards. Oh no, that's bad. That's gonna ruin them. That's one of those things where it kind of just goes to show you the smartboard's probably not the best idea. Because it's just gonna confuse people. Like, if you're not used to it, and you obviously think that you can write on the whiteboard with, you know, dry erase marker, and then all of a sudden it's ruined. We don't have a nurse's office, no. I did a nurse's office in the last high school that I built, and it looked cute, but it's just not necessary. Like, you can't really, you can't do anything with it in The Sims. And I know we have a 64 by 64 lot, but with the layout that I wanted, it didn't fit either, so. We do not have a nurse's office this time. Oh man. I guess I'll put some little bump out things. Yeah, there were no smart boards in my high school, but I had there was like one teacher that had a smart board when I was in middle school. But I don't have any memory of smart boards from high school. I wonder if they kind of like phase them out in my school district because it's too expensive and they don't work that well. I don't know. But yeah, I had one with my US history teacher in middle school, and that's it. Do we want that right there? Oh, this also isn't, is that not centered? Whoops, now it is, okay. Now, I want to get some chess tables and then kind of like a pretend desk to check books out from. There aren't even going to be cozy reading spots, chat. It's going to be like just chess. That's okay. That is okay. Save my game. I just saved my game when I finished the room upstairs. All I've done so far is put bookshelves down. So we haven't really made much progress since I last saved, but we can save again. Okay. Oh, you know what we could maybe do? Even though it's gonna make the lot so much more expensive. We could put a research machine inside of the library. I don't think the kids can use it, but at least this way there is a research machine, and then it kind of helps tell the story that we're going for the librarian, you know? Okay, there's like a book cart from Get to Work that I really want to. Oh, see, no, but this thing, wait, can you put that? Oh, yeah, that's better. That's giving like library desk. It even has stuff on it. Yeah, and then the kids won't use that desk probably because they can't use it. Where is it? Ah, the librarian sorting cart. Yeah, last time I did this, I just put it off to the side, kind of like that. Should I scoot these down a little bit more? Give myself some more space. I think that's so cool. Maybe it needs size down. The thing is, the books still look normal sized when you size the thing down, so it's probably okay to do. That works for me. The cart is from Get to Work. I know, weird, right? You probably wouldn't expect it to be, but it is from Get to Work. You like it big, actually? Well, I like how it looks big, too. I'm worried about it taking up too much space, though. The look of it versus how much space is in front of it. That's the issue, is the space in front of it. Okay, we do have, like, library posters that we can put in here. Maybe on each of those walls. The desk is also from Get to Work. I might do like 2 chairs or something in here. I don't really know what kind of chair I'm thinking here. It needs to be like really fancy and maybe even uncomfortable looking. Like, dare I say this thing? That actually kind of has the vibes of the library. And you hate to admit it, but beanbag chair perhaps? Well, so beanbag is like realistic. Look at the kind of floor these people have in their cafeteria. Realism has gone out the window. So it's a little bit, some may say, on the fancy side in this building. I do think that maybe those chairs are a little bit too fancy, but I think beanbag is too not fancy. We need something in between. Not that one. Oh, see, these are okay as the chess table chairs. I wonder if I could get 2. Nah, that's gonna be too much. Maybe some rich wood on the walls. I hate doing that when I have white trim, though. It actually, like, really, really irks me when I have white trim and then the wood. Ugh. I don't know why. I just can't. I can't. We could use, like, paneling, but I would want it to be white to match the rest of, like, this I want that to be the same. If I had a brown, but then like everything else is white, so. It's weird. Yeah, we could do like, maybe that. I guess I could raise these posters up. They're so high up on the wall then. No, this archway is actually from Cats and Dogs Vanilla. We have a couple sizes. There's like, this one is 3 tiles wide and there's one that's 2 tiles wide too. But they're like tall, medium wall height, dark arches. Oh, I can't talk. Let's get some lights on him. And then maybe we put like 1 extra light in here. Maybe we could get a 3rd chess table. I mean, the chess tables are really useful for gameplay. Like, there's plenty of places to sit. We're gonna have like areas of the school that are only places to sit, right? So maybe it would be good. Oh no, you know what I might do? Maybe I'll put some more books back to back over here. But I think it's good to have this be more of a focus on like stuff. Oh, that's very tight. Maybe they could just be that many. I did a fireplace. I did think fireplace a second ago. But I'm not sure if it's gonna look weird. I struggle with the fireplaces in this game. It has like skulls on it in the school. Probably not. Probably not perfect. Yeah, like where do you put... I don't know. Cover it with a painting with the fireplace. It's hard because it's very large and kind of an awkward size. That whole thing right there. Oh my god, this is like the fanciest school on the planet. These people don't even know how good they have it. I'd have to delete the wall so we could put this in too. But yeah, the paintings are like not really that size. I don't know if you can picture it. Even like this is a pretty big one. Hard to fit in that little space. Too big. Unless... No, it's too big. Door to patio. Well, we actually had one there originally, Swimney. We didn't like how it looked, the door with the frieze on top of it, so we decided to change it up. And now we have this like open space instead. See, that doesn't work either. Oh, this one might work. Of course, it's like the most expensive painting in the game. Of course that one works, and the boarding school gets even more expensive. Hope you're ready to pay like your entire life savings to send your kids here for 3 days. Higher and higher tuition. Maybe we could get like a wall in the middle of it. I don't know, this is mostly just here because I like the idea of there being something behind the desk. It's not necessary, but I kind of like it for the separation in here. I guess then it's not as cute though. Like you can't see the fireplace from outside. I just don't know what to put in front of it. Chairs? Yeah, but I don't like... they wouldn't be these chairs. It kind of irritates me, the like desk chair with those two, I don't know how to explain it, but the 3 chairs together kind of gives me the ick. And I feel like a love seat. Just feels random. It almost needs to be like multiple of them or something. The desk could go forward just probably a little bit to give me some more space. I'll swap these out. Ottoman, another chess table. We did talk about another chess table a second ago. That was like one of the initial thoughts. What? You don't like that? No? Well, then what do I do instead? You can't just say no and then not give me like a suggestion. This is not helpful. I don't think she likes it. Oh, should I put it back then? What do you want? Up? You want up? Okay, come on. Oh, she got up on her own. Good job. That was brave. She's having some really strong opinions, yeah. She's like, maybe you could put a cat tree in there. Yeah, the lot value and the number of Sims on a getaway determine the price of the getaway. So the more expensive the lot, the more expensive your getaway will be. And this is a really expensive lot. So far, oh! 400! Oh no! You guys! That's bad. That's really bad. We are not even close to being done. I still have the whole dorm building and the whole gym to finish. And like the upstairs hallway. Oh my god. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be really expensive. It's probably gonna be like $1,000 a day or something for you to send your Sims to this place. I guess the thing is, right, that is kind of the vibe that we're going for. Like, we want it to be really expensive, like really expensive tuition. Yeah, the hotel that I built, how much was the hotel? This will help us get a judge of like how much it'll cost. Not wrong thing. The hotel that I built is $335,000, and this one was like $780 or $790 a night. So this one is probably, I don't know, it might be like 1,000 exactly, right? We'll see. It also, like, it depends how many Sims you have at the getaway. But I don't really understand how that works. The sim part. So I'm not really sure like what causes that. This is what you do when your sim wins the lottery. There you go. That's what this is for. That's what this is for. Okay, book nook. Maybe we put these up. I love these library posters, and I did use them in the other room, but I'm wondering if these ones are better. Don't bite my headphones. Her, not you. I didn't think you were gonna bite my headphones, don't worry. But I wonder if we could get these like book cover things. The accusation to you. I'm like, don't bite my headphones, chat. Leave him alone. Okay. Chomp chomp. Yeah, maybe. Sorry, you just wanted a snack. It's okay, I forgive you. Just don't do it again. I mean, it's kind of gross. Like, my headphones have been in the cat's mouth. So, okay, I actually like how that looks. I think that helps. I know some people are saying to try a half wall behind the desk. But even that, I feel like part of the beauty of this is that like when you come in, you can see the fireplace that we've added. So I don't think I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to let it be. The fake wall from Sleek bathroom. That's kind of, wait, don't search Sleek. Wait, filter. That's not a bad idea, but I feel like it's kind of the same. We could get it closer though with this Sleek bathroom one. It doesn't have to be placed on a certain thing. Maybe if we had a rug. Growing together. Oh. That's like the red and blue that we're going for with the school. So that could be okay. And I think that it helps tie it together. Won't it catch fire? So I put rugs in front of fireplaces all the time in The Sims 4, and I would say it catches fire like 1 in 100 times. Genuinely. Like, it's so rare that that happens to me. It used to be a much bigger issue in like the old Sims games. But now it's not really like, I very rarely have fireplace fires just in general in The Sims 4. It doesn't really happen to me in The Sims 4. So again, back like Sims 3, Sims 2 days, different issue. It happens to you all the time. The fireplace catching fire. It happened to me in one of the videos that I was pre-recording with the new expansion pack. But I have a fireplace and a rug like in my legacy house all the time. All the time. And my toilet catches fire in that save. The fireplace doesn't. So yeah, it's very rare. It's occasional, but it's very rare to me. But you can also just get unlucky. Like, even if something is supposed to be rare, doesn't mean that it's gonna be rare for you. When something is randomized like that, it's randomized. It's kind of like how, remember when the meteorite death first came out? And I was like, I was recording my video on it, and I was like recording it before the patch notes were out, so we were all guessing we were gonna get the new death, but we didn't know. So I was like having Stanley test out using the telescope. He died basically instantly. Like, he got killed like first try, instant. And that is one of the rarest deaths in the game. But if you only saw that video, you'd think, wow, it happens all the time. But no, he just got really, really lucky. Or I guess unlucky, sorry. It depends how you look at it. But yeah, it's not like supposed to be a thing that happens all the time, but your lights catch fire from the waffle maker. You know what catches fire all the time for me is the pizza oven. That pizza oven is like non-stop on fire in my save. Yeah, the Sims even joked about it. They're like, I can't believe that happened to you already. So it wasn't, I don't think that was supposed to happen, how fast it happened to me, but I'm not mad that it did. Okay, let's get like a fancy clock on the wall somewhere. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I think that's like too fancy or not. But I guess the library is bound to be super fancy. I just know that I'm also gonna want to use like these things. So I'm kind of trying to balance this a little bit, but I really want to have like the trophies from the school. And those are like not fancy at all. High school years. School crest in the floor. Maybe we could do tile in just this room or something. We shall see. We shall see. Does that look okay? I'm kind of feeling like no. I'm kind of feeling like no, it does not look okay. You probably want to use this one, right? So it would need to be like, well, let me just see, okay? This is not so, it's not really the right color, I guess, but we can think on it. Because it doesn't have the red. Corner, corner. Do I want to put it around this? I guess I probably do, don't I? Corner, 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 corner. Yeah, so it'd go like this. And then you would have the same matching blue tile in the middle there, which is this one. Oh. It is kind of nice. It does kind of make you want to switch out the tile in the bathrooms to be like that though, doesn't it? Should we test that out just in this room just to see? Because that does kind of feel like that's cuter. Let's see. Wow, it's almost like the tile they made for the school pack looks better inside of the school. Who would have seen that coming, right? Whoever could have imagined this possibility? The high school year's tile looks good in the school. No, it looks good. It looks good. I like the border. I think the border is like really interesting. So I'm glad that we're trying this. Yeah, high school years has some really nice build buy stuff. Oh, I guess I'll use that everywhere then. And you know what? It's a lot less busy. And I think it being less busy helps too. Because I love that other tile, but it, like, you have to admit, it's kind of a lot. This is a more simple look to it. And you know what? I think it matches the rug pretty well, somehow. Oops. I messed you up. I'm gonna just duplicate this again. Well, maybe I'll do this bathroom real quick and then I'll duplicate it afterward. Because that'll be easier for us to do. So in these bathrooms, they're a little bit small to have a toilet stall in. But I guess it is technically possible if we did 2 stalls and like 1 sink in the corner. You could pull that off. Yeah, we could probably use the crest again in the cafeteria. I think that could look kind of nice. I do like how the stalls look. Yeah, it's making me wonder if I should replace these with, do we like the tile, by the way, in here? Or should it be like a more white? I think the white is okay. I don't know. There's also like this kind of tile. But I do like them. Upstairs, we have like all of the rooms done upstairs. Well, not the hallway, but we have the science lab and the computer lab upstairs. I think I like the plain white. Okay. Yeah, the pedestal sinks are probably more the correct vibe for this, huh? let's swap these then. Sorry about the back and forth chat. Snap's still there. Oh yeah, she's laying across my desk. Sorry, sometimes my cats come in here and I like don't address it. Like sometimes she'll be like sat up here, like her face just constantly bumping into mine, and I don't even say anything out loud about it. It's just because, you know, when you get like, you're so used to it happening, like she just does that all day. So she'll do it on stream, and then my cat's just like there all up in my face and I'm not even saying anything out loud. Yeah, sorry. She is still here. She is in fact still here. Okay. Yeah, this is good. We have a lot of bathroom space all throughout the building, which I think will really come in handy for us when we start playing here. You will never be upset about a surprise cat. Good, because you're gonna be getting a lot of them, I think. Can the classroom doors be swapped for glass doors? I guess you maybe could do that. We were kind of like not really sure if we liked that. There are some options, like you could put something like this in, but I just feel like it doesn't fit the style of the building too much. Okay. That's fine. Let me take this little toilet sign, the square facilities sign. I know she hasn't like sat in her like little bed and made biscuits in so long. She has gone into the little bed recently, but I feel like what she's been doing is like going in there, standing in it for like 2 minutes and then leaving. Like she's not been sitting in the bed. But you know how cats are, like they kind of go through phases a little bit with where she likes to sit. She's also really been hanging out with Dan inside of his office recently, which is kind of messed up. Dan told me that yesterday on stream, he spent like an hour just petting Snap and not even playing a game. He said that because she like climbed onto his chest, so he like leaned back in his chair. He was kind of like sitting like this, and she was just laying on his chest, and he was just petting her, and they were just talking. He describes it as we were petting the cat, like him and chat. And that's like his whole stream yesterday. It's kind of cute though. My desk chair can lean back, but it takes me like effort. Like I need to like lean back and like try to hold it back. It doesn't like lean back nicely. Like when I put my weight on it, it doesn't really like go backward unless I'm like really trying. Like plant my feet on the ground and like push back. So I probably wouldn't do that if I were, if Snap was on my lap, but I think his desk chair is a little bit different, so it's easier to do. Okay. Corners. That's lovely. I guess we should decorate the kitchen then, or the cafeteria then while we're in here, huh? That'll be nice. Remember when I fell off Dan's chair? What the heck? You know what? You cannot trust your Twitch mods. You're just catching strays all the time. Yeah, I remember that. There was this one time, this is like right before Dan moved to America. So I was at his parents' house, and it was actually like right around cottage living early access, which is very unfortunate, but like, you know, you can't control when you have access to the visa. So we were there. I was doing my early access cottage living stream. So it was kind of like today, where it's like a big deal. We're like playing the new pack early, like exciting stuff. But I'm at Dan's desk in Dan's chair. And his old desk chair, there was something wrong with that thing. Like, I don't know what it was, but like the balance of it was all the way off. So if you sat like too close to the edge of it, it would like flip out from under you and like land backwards on the ground. Like it was so bad. And I was like trying to make fun of Dan for that. And then I fell out of the chair. I haven't seen this clip in a long time. Let's watch it together. Where's my display capture? There we go. Okay, let me mute my Spotify too. I'm on like the wrong side as well. So strange. Okay. Forward and then he just oh no. On the scooted forward, and then he just, oh no. Oh my god. I got tears in my eyes. That was worse than I remembered. But you saw how the chair like flipped. Watch it again. Oh, no. But yeah, if you sat in the wrong spot of that chair, the whole thing would fall over. How old was this? I guess it's like 4 years ago. Because this was like Cottage Living Early Access. So, and the way you can't even see me. Anyway, that's funny. That's good stuff. That's a good clip. Summer 2021. Oh my god. You put it like that. Time flies. Yeah, instant karma for making fun of him. Yeah, we were long distance then, but like it was ending, Cloudy, because I was there to help him move. That was the point of that trip. Like I was there to like help him bring all of his stuff back. So yeah, I just disappeared. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's start decorating do you want to do the cafeteria part first and then we'll do the kitchen after, or because the kitchen part is less important. The cafeteria is the good stuff. And Andrew Arcade clipped that. Oh my god, it's worse when it's like a friend. I didn't even realize that. That's really funny. Okay, like you were there and you saw that? Oh. Oh no. Okay, are we gonna use, that's the high school years cafeteria thing. This is the university cafeteria thing. Shall we use the university one? I don't actually know if this will function. I think it's mostly like I'm putting this in here because it's gonna look cute. So I feel like the high school years one is more reliable. Yeah, I actually agree with you on that, but I do think the university one looks better for this. So I don't know what to do. Let's put this over here. Maybe we can get like, let's just do 2 vending machines. Well, no, we can do 3 vending machines. Let's put them over like this. You just watched it 3 times? Oh my god. It's times like these where you like really realize, I don't know, I've been streaming for a long time and I've done a lot of embarrassing things in front of a lot of people and then it gets clipped and like it gets saved. Oh, it's okay, it's fun. The high school cafeteria one doesn't work, but the university one does. Oh, is that the difference? Is there a clip with the cereal incident? Oh, I don't know, and I hope there's not. And if there is, I can't watch it. The falling out of the chair, I can watch because it's been long enough. When it hasn't been long enough, I like can't. It's too fresh. I can't watch it again. I need time to, you know. Me falling down the stairs. The stair clip is from that one I posted outside of Twitch. That one didn't even happen live. The cereal incident is so ominous. Yeah, basically I put on a fake cat cam, which sounds so silly, but imagine I had like a video recording of Snap on the cat cam and I was like, haha, funny, I'm gonna put the video on the stream, and it's like we have a cat cam even though she wasn't in the room at the time. But I forgot that when I recorded that video of the cat cam, I was eating cereal at my desk. So it was like silent, and then all of a sudden I started crunching and I was playing it on stream, but I can't hear what plays in OBS, only you can hear what plays in OBS. And so people in chat were like, what's that crunching sound? What's the crunching? And I was like, what crunching? And then I realized it was the sound of me eating cereal. And I was just playing it in your ears. So it's fine. I've done worse things live, like fall out of chairs. Okay, so the tables in here, Are we talking like long tables? Are we gonna do a mixture of round tables? Like, what are we imagining? I do kind of like these. We could do like a mixture of the large round tables, maybe. But long wood tables is like really fancy to me. So I do like the look of stuff like that. But I did that in the last school I built. Granted, that was a high school. And this one is not a high school. But I think I'd probably only put 4 chairs at each of them too. Because there's not really a need for us to have like so many seats. Because there's only 12 students that go to this school, you know? So we can sort of like set it up this way. Even this is a little bit much compared to what we actually need, but that's not bad. Space for all the students to sit, plus some extra room if the teachers wanted to sit in here. And then they can also sit outside if they wanted to. Like they can go out to the patio. I think that's a more comfortable, like cozy looking vibe. Okay. I think I might let myself have some more windows inside of this cafeteria. I think we kind of need them. Oh, bad news. Maybe we put these like further over? Well, we probably could just, what if we just had the 3 tables and we had this be open? Am I playtesting it today? I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I don't see a world, honestly, at this point where we finish this today. I thought I was gonna be able to do this in 2 days. I was so wrong. Like, could not have been more wrong about that. So we're gonna have to finish it tomorrow, I think. So, like, we won't be done in time to playtest it today, unfortunately. Otherwise I would. Can we see what's left to be done? All of this, the upstairs hallway, 2 stories of dorm, and the gym. So, a lot. A lot, actually. Yeah, nearly everything, even, is what we have left to do. Well, Erica, so did I. I also thought I was gonna build something else tomorrow, but, you know, sometimes things don't work out the way you intended them to. Yeah, the dorms will be quicker than they look, because the dorms, there's a level of, like, copy-paste with the inside of the dorm part, so that it actually won't be as bad to do the dorms as we think it will. Because we can just, like, do one and then basically do the same thing in all of them. Oh, I probably should wrap the tile around this, that's true. You make a good point. Okay. That's so dramatic, but it looks really good, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I can close this. Yeah, you could have 6 chairs at the round tables. I don't really like how they look with 6 chairs though, to be honest. I think they look really good when they have just 4 chairs. So that's kind of what I end up sticking to a lot of the time. Okay, vending machine. What about... Oh, when was the last save? I don't know. You make a good point there. Let's save the game. Okay. No. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this. I mean, that doesn't actually look too bad as like filler content, but I don't know. We can get a, oh, maybe we do a bulletin board over there. Should I size it down? I don't know. Yeah, we could also put those motivational posters everybody wanted before in here. I do like the bulletin board in like common spaces because I feel like it's nice. It can like announce school events and stuff. Or you can at least pretend that it announces school events, even if it doesn't actually. We can tell ourselves it announces school events. Well, we could do the black and white portraits. This is like famous alumni from the school. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Okay. Grange mudroom. Maybe I use the mudroom kit. No, I don't like how that looks. I'm not sure what table to put underneath it. I'm really having a hard time with this. Oh, we could do exit signs. That's kind of fun. And realistic, so. We should get some of those around. Oh, there's not an exit sign there. This one would have one. Okay, so all of the big exterior doors have them. The black and white is giving in memoriam. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is like a nice, simple, well, doesn't look good. Oh, what about this one? Oh, that could work and be fine. I could see that. Let's get a plant next to it too. Oops. Yeah, I love that item. I really think it's really nice. I really, honestly, just in general, I think that refined living room kit is really good. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. Okay. Plain, big one. Yeah, I picture that they could like put food on that buffet, you know? Like they'd be able to put stuff out for the kids to eat on those tables. Maybe size that down. Oh, we should do music. Okay, let's get just a radio, like residential wall speaker up there maybe. I don't know. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with what to put over in this area too. I think that maybe just like some like base game clutter, like a paper towel or something could be okay. There could be a microwave. The thing is, there's gonna be a separate kitchen. So maybe maybe we should do the separate kitchen first, and then we can come back to that. Because maybe that would help us. Oh, maybe I should have used this too, instead. Because that's a little bit fancier. Okay. We'll do it like that. And then we can get counters around this room. And this is where we'll have all the setup for the employees that will be doing the cooking. Yeah, so like this could have a blender in it, basically. That's kind of what I was picturing at least. Maybe I'll use some of the dine out stuff. Dine out. Because we could always have, I don't know, you know there's that like giant thing? It's like giant food storage. I could see that happening in here. I know we could use the metal commercial counters, but I just like, I think they're so ugly. I really, 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 really don't like them. Coffee machine in the cafeteria? I don't know if they would have a coffee maker in there because the cafeteria is for kids. Obviously the adults can use coffee, like that is possible too, but maybe not like out in the space where the kids are. Okay. Metal ones are more sanitary. Yeah, but this is The Sims. So it doesn't really like what you would do in real life and what you would do in The Sims it's not always the same. And that's okay. Doesn't need to be the same. Okay, microwave. Oh, this is the new kettle, by the way. This is the kettle that they made. We could put a kettle, I guess. This is the kettle from the early purchase content. I was not able to see this until yesterday when I got the pack properly. So this one is the toast tea kettle. I assume it functions the same as the other kettles. It's just this one is like, looks different, is special, I guess, somehow. I don't know. Yeah, we can put that. Maybe we could put a cabinet over there. No, there's not really a juice maker, but there is a blender. And we have this blender. That's what I just put in that room. Oh, it's really bright. No, I didn't have to buy this pack. That's because they gave me an early access code, Mad, so I didn't pay for it. If that is alarming to you and you think that it makes me like biased or something, just know that when the pack goes on sale on Thursday, I'm gonna buy like 10 copies of it to give away on stream. So hopefully that balances out. I would buy the pack. I don't really mind that. I just, it's nice to have the early access, obviously, so we can do this kind of thing together. Okay. Oh, that actually fits pretty well right there. You're just curious? Okay, yeah, that's a good question then. I never know if like people are asking, you know, some people think that like if you get given the packs, then like you can't unbiased talk about the game and stuff. But I don't know. It's $40. Like, if I could be bought off with $40, I'd be like kind of cringe and embarrassing. So I don't know if that's like actually a thing that I mean, I guess some people maybe like feel they're maybe nervous to say bad things about The Sims if they get given free stuff, but I don't have that feeling. So, I want paper towels. Let's put these over here. Okay, so they can cook on that counter and these counters. Yeah, my plan is to play with this build, Ollie. I just gotta get through it first. I gotta be able to get through it first. Yeah, look at all this paper mache stuff. The paper mache stuff, a lot of it is available in the base game debug for some reason. So you have some of that in your base game debug right now, probably. Oh, these are nice. I don't think I'll use it. Yeah, it's the low poly seagull. Look, one of the things you can make with the paper mache, they have like these little paper mache animals, like a shark and stuff, but you know the low poly seagulls in the game? You can make them with the paper mache now, and they look exactly the same as they do in the game, but it's like the paper mache. I think this is really funny. I think this is like some of the most fun stuff they do in The Sims is like when they poke fun at themselves. So like knowing that they have these really stupid low poly seagulls in the game and then making them a craft that you can make with the paper mache kit is really silly to me. I think that's pretty good. It's just called paper mache seagull, pigeon, dove, and sandpiper. But yeah, I think that's kind of like a funny little Easter egg. So I'm really glad they did that. I think that's good. Okay, well, they're probably gonna... Well, actually, they only have to wash dishes for 12 people. That's still a lot of people, but in the grand scheme of things, this really isn't like a super commercial kitchen. Like, 12 people is not that many compared to how many people are usually cooking for at schools. So, I guess that's good. It's kind of normal, plus the adults. Yeah, but even then it makes it like, what, 16 or something? Which, it's still not that bad. And the adults, don't count. I can't explain why, but they don't count. They can wash their own dishes. Okay. What about, I don't know, I feel like that's actually probably fine. Maybe we put like a rug in front of the sink. Okay, that's simple and nice. Oh, maybe a fire alarm too. Yeah, that's a good point. I should probably put one of these things then. Where can I put it? Maybe just over here. Maybe I put that there instead of the hose, because you probably don't need the hose, but the fire alarm, that could work. Okay, so I know some people were talking about putting a cereal box, but I'm not sure if it's weird because it's like open. I feel like in real life, if they were to have, you don't have to have them like have stuff spilled, but in real life, I feel like if they were gonna have cereal boxes at the school breakfast, they would either have like the mini ones or it would be like in a tub with a dispenser. Instead of, you know what it would be like? I'm kidding about this, by the way. I'm not gonna keep this. But you know what it would look like? Is the Party Essentials goo. It'd be in like something like this that you could like pour the cereal out from. We could have that out just for fun. Like at a hotel breakfast, yeah. Well, I love the idea of a lemonade dispenser. It's not that I don't like the idea of it. I just think it looks like it's full of yogurt and not lemonade. That's what I don't like about it. I think it's a really fun item, but it's like I don't know, it's like chunky. It looks thick. It's very opaque. It's goopy. There isn't really a better swatch. No, they all kind of look like that. So. You would not drink that lemonade? Yeah, it looks like it's been like rotting in there for a while. And it got like really thick. Oh, there is like a little lemonade tray. That's true. We could put like a drink tray next to it. Oh, symbols. I should play Scrabble later with Dan. That's a good idea, game. Summer drink tray. Well, I guess you have to like, that needs to be slotted properly to the table. This doesn't, so. They could get themselves a drink, possibly. Don't like the colors. Oh, the cookie jar from the kitchen kit. That's cute. No, you're right, because they can actually get cookies out of it. Kitchen clutter kit. You probably put a couple more of the kitchen clutter things in here. If we're gonna use the kitchen clutter kit, we may as well like full send and put some more. Because those look nice. Yeah, you could have like a little spice rack maybe. Please, I want to place you and have you place nicely. That's fine. Am I trying to restrict packs? No. No. Not really. Yeah, we've gone way past that at this point. No, the cookie jar hasn't always been functional. They made a functional cookie jar in the kitchen clutter kit. So it's specifically this jar of delights that is functional. So your Sims can grab a cookie out of this. Maybe they could have like some groceries. I don't like how it looks in here. Okay. Maybe if we wanted to get like some oven mitts or something. Yeah, there's also the hot chocolate set, but I feel like like you said, I think the hot chocolate set is a little bit too seasonal. You guys, I don't think I like the lemonade thing. I actually like the goo. I kind of want to keep the goo because I never use it. I'm not sure if I like the tray next to it. I kind of feel like it's better to not have it and we just have the goo. Words I never thought I'd say. Yeah, that's the thing. It just feels like I've got the same thing twice, even though the goo isn't functional and the lemonade tray is, but, Kayla's saying new sentences every day. I'm sorry to talk about the goo. That's terrible. It's like lemonade jello. Oh, there you go. We could get like napkins or, oh, wait a minute. Sorry, toddler stuff. I have an idea. I feel like these might be kind of nice. It's like utensils and napkins and stuff for you to grab for your lunch. Okay, the color. Oh my God, they've got zoo plate. What were they called? The plates with the zoo animal, with the animals. Zoo pals? Zoo pals! They got zoo pals! Oh, of course the rich people got zoo pals. I used to think those were the coolest things in the entire world. And we gotta use those. That's like not even a question. We have to use those. Confused in European. Okay, hold on. I'll show you. So zoo pals were these paper plates. It's the kind of thing that you might buy for like a kid's birthday party or something. Like if you're gonna have paper plates at the birthday party. But they were all different animals. So they looked like this. And so they had like, and they were nice because they had little separate areas. You could put like your ketchup there, you know, in the eye. They were all cute. Zoo pals. And what the reason that everyone in America is like, oh my God, zoo pals, is because they had a bunch of TV commercials with like a jingle that was so popular. So like everybody could sit here and quote the TV commercial to you because it was like constantly playing. So even if you didn't have zoo pals personally, you know about zoo pals. So, oink oink zoo pals, yeah. Eat, drink zoo pals. They make eating fun. Yeah, it was very catchy, the zoo pal commercial. So everybody knows it. You do not know about zoo pals at all. Okay, so maybe it's like a very specific age group. When were zoo pals most popular? Roughly 2003 to 2007 was when the commercials were really playing. They were discontinued around 2014, but brought back in 2023. But 2003 to 2007 is like prime time for me, so that makes sense. It was a like formative moment. Okay. Millennial, no idea. Yeah. Well, if you weren't watching children's TV from 2003 to 2007, you probably wouldn't know. I think it's very specific. So like if you had a child that was watching kids TV in that time, or if you yourself were watching kids TV that time, then you would probably know. But if you were like a little bit out of that age range, then probably not. Like if you were in high school, then you probably wouldn't have seen that commercial. You barely had consciousness then? Well, that'll do it too. Yeah. That'll do it too. Oh my god, so my sister wouldn't know about Zoo Pals. Should we ask her if she knows about Zoo Pals? Because she was born in 2005. Do you know about Zoo Pals? Whenever I text my family when I'm live, they never reply to me in a timely manner. So we might not get an answer, but I'll ask. She should know? I don't know, but if they were popular until 2007 and she was born in 2005, she might not. We gotta quiz her on stuff, yeah. Okay. Cafeteria, kitchen. Let's do the principal's office now. My brother would probably remember. If I text him, he won't reply though. It's not worth it. We don't even need to try that. He won't respond. So, yeah, it's a brother thing, I guess. Or maybe it's a my brother thing. Would my parents remember? Maybe. Do you remember Zoo Pals? Ask mom too. You think it's a sibling thing? I don't know, because my sister replies to me. My brother does not. My brother does not reply to me. I might get a double door into here. I feel like that could be kind of nice. Maybe like a double door, and it could be glass. This is the principal's office, so they can watch. The principal can stare out in the common area. This is like the common area space. We're gonna put like some seating and games tables. My mom said kinda. What does that mean? Do you remember Zoo Pals? Kinda. Probably she like recognizes the name but couldn't say what it is. I'll say the paper plates. Kinda. She's like, yeah, it rings a bell. No, there's no point asking her what the product is. She wouldn't remember if I didn't say. Now she said, oh yeah. Why am I texting everybody about this? It doesn't matter. Why are we going down this road? I think maybe I'm taking this too seriously. Okay, fancy principal's desk. Let's give them like a, oh, we could do this desk chair. Oh, maybe I should have done that for this one too. Because that looks better, doesn't it? Neopets, Webkins, don't even get me started on Webkins. You guys don't understand how deep into Webkins I was. I was in it. Like, so, I was obsessed with Webkins. I played that non-stop. I was making like basically spreadsheets, but on paper, like notebooks full of all my notes about Webkins when I was a child. And me and my friend Brittany would be on the landline on the phone for hours after school playing Webkins together. I loved Webkins. It was like my favorite thing. I thought that was the best time. I miss those days. Yeah, I played a lot of Neopets too, but I liked Webkins better than Neopets. For too long. Like, I was playing Webkins even when I was like, I feel like the target demographic was a bit younger than me, but I was still playing Webkins. I loved it. Oh, really, Cookie? My sister hasn't texted me back yet. We're never gonna know. I know she's home too. I can see her location. No excuse. Sometimes I zoom in on my parents' house on the location and I can even see that she's on, like, she's in her room. I can see she's on that side of the house. She's ignoring me. She's probably on her phone as well. That's very strange. What, that I can see where my sister is? I don't know. Sometimes you need to know. I love to check in on them. Sometimes I track them and I see like, oh, Dad's in the living room. He's probably sitting on his spot in the couch. It's fun. I don't know. Not in a creepy way. Like, I just want to see what you guys are up to. Okay, what does the principal need? Maybe a lamp? You do it with your husband, like, haha, you're at work. Haha, you're at work. I also do it with a couple of my friends. I like when Sasha comes to Florida. This is so, I'm not trying to be creepy. I don't even look at Sasha's location ever except for when she's in Florida. But when Sasha's in Florida, like maybe she goes to like Halloween Horror Nights or something at Universal, I'll be like on the thing being like, oh, she's on such and such ride. And then I'll text her like, hope you liked Hulk. So, but only when she's in Florida, it's different, right? So it's fine. But we do it to each other, so it's not creepy. It just sounds creepy when you say it out loud like that, but it's not creepy, I promise. It's like a joint thing. No, she hasn't moved yet. She hasn't moved yet, but she's in town a lot because she's like checking on the house renovations and stuff. Okay, maybe we get a rug for the principal. Your brother just said that he and his boyfriend talk about zoo pals regularly. Oh my god, there's something so funny about it coming up in like average conversation all the time. Like, they talk about zoo pals. They know about zoo pals. Your mom looks at your location and texts you stuff like getting pizza? No, my sister will text me because I don't leave my house very much, as we all know. My sister will text me sometimes and be like, why aren't you home? Like, even if I'm just like somewhere that is, I don't know, like the store or something, she'll be like, why are you not home? What are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm shopping. I'm like, this one time I went to the fabric store and she was like, where even are you? What are you doing? You don't go there. I'm just at the fabric store. Anyway, it's not often that she texts me about that, but occasionally. Kind of means negative. What do you mean? Yeah, Shanna is being mean when she does that. Yeah. Oh, kinda means negative. Oh, you mean, okay. My dad said kinda of means negative, LOL. The translation of that is that my mom does not remember zoo pals. Kinda means no, is what my dad is saying. So she pretended that she knew about zoo pals. How did you translate that? Oh, my dad, you get used to it. Oh, Shanna said the plates. Okay, Shanna knows them. She remembers. There you go. That answers our question. Oh my god, what am I even doing? I need to lock in. Sorry, everybody. She said, the plates? They were my favorite plates. Why? My favorite plates is so dumb. Hey, you guys got a favorite plate? Because apparently we do. You had animal plates from Rainforest Cafe? Oh, that's cool. I'm kind of jealous. We went to Rainforest Cafe with Dan's parents when they were here for Christmas a couple years ago. And we got, Caitlin, Dan's sister, got this like weird frog like sippy cup. So, and she still has it. When I was at their house a couple weeks ago, they had it in their cabinet, and I think she like uses it because she likes the weird frog cup from Rainforest Cafe. You can picture it, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's get a potted palm. No, there's no baby. They just like the cup. They just like the cup. You need a picture? Okay, let me see if I can find it. Rainforest Cafe Frog Cup. When I say sippy cup, that sounds like it's for babies. Oh! Oh my god, it's worse than I thought. It's like this. And you can put a straw in it. So, yeah, jump scare. You can see why they bought that. I think it's because I think Caitlin got like a slushie or something, and I think it came with the souvenir cup. You know how normally when you buy like something and it's like you can pay extra for the souvenir cup? I think in this case you have no option. You will be buying the souvenir cup and they will be giving you one. Except they give it to you in like their cup and then they give you a new one in a box to take home at the Rainforest Cafe. They force it upon you. I think if you were to buy like an alcoholic beverage too, it would come in like a fancy cup and then you would be forced to have it. So, I don't know. Rainforest Cafe is not a normal place though, obviously. It's a very specific kind of place. They're trying to like unload all these cups, yeah. But the Rainforest Cafe, the inside is full of like animatronics of like animals, and like it's like set in the rainforest. So, and there's like fake thunderstorms that play in there. Yeah, it's just different. It's not like a restaurant that you're expecting. It's very special. They have one at Disney Springs in Orlando, and actually one at Animal Kingdom. There's 2 on Disney property. So that I feel like it makes sense at Disney. That sort of thing feels very theme park. But they used to have them just like in the mall, in some places. But then they weren't doing very well, so they've kind of like fallen off a little bit. But I do think that they're gonna be fine at Disney, because it's Disney. There used to be one in London, but you never went. Yeah, that makes sense. Mall of America has one, but Mall of America is like Disney. Very similar vibes. Why did you ask me about plates? Oh, we were talking about Zoo Pals. Shani, look at this. That's why. Because I found a Zoo Pal in The Sims, and I got really excited about it. So, anyway. Oh my god, I have to lock in. I have to at least finish this room before we end stream today. I feel like maybe we could scoot this back and then have a couple chairs like in front of it. I've done that a lot when I've done principal's office kind of vibe stuff before. Yeah, it's like, oh right, we're not done yet. Sorry, that was a very long Zoo Pal tangent. I didn't mean to. I'm gonna lock back in. Don't even worry about it. Let's get like some fancy artwork. I've only been to medieval times once. And when I went to, sorry, this is not completely out of nowhere. Christine mentioned medieval times in chat. I didn't just say this for no reason. It was like a little bit ago though. I've only been to medieval times once, and it was on a field trip in 3rd grade. Medieval times is like a dinner show. And they have like knights and horses, and they like joust, and you eat like roast chicken in the stands. So, yeah, I don't know. This is also a very strange thing. That's also not normal. It's like very specific. But yeah, I've never been as an adult. I think it's really expensive. Let me find out how much. I'm never gonna finish this build. An epic tournament. Okay, pick a castle. Whoa, they've got loads of them. Atlanta, Baltimore, Orlando, Florida. Okay, pick a date. Oh man, you guys, it's sold out tonight. Dang it. I was hoping I could go. Oh, it already started. It starts at 6 p.m. I see. It's $74.95 for people ages 11 and up. That's expensive. $74.95. Christine goes, that's not that bad. I think maybe it should be like $50. 10 and under is $45.95. But I could go tomorrow. They've got availability. Do you pick where you want your seats to be? Oh, you can do the Queen's Royalty upgrade for $27 each. You get the best seats in the house and a framed group photo. If you, wait. You can do a celebration upgrade and get a slice of cake. It's $22 though. Yeah, I don't know if you have silverware there. I feel like they used to make you eat with your hands, but I don't know if they still do that. But if you do the Queen's Royalty upgrade, you don't even get cake. Only the celebration upgrade gets cake. But you get better seats with the Queen's Royalty upgrade. But I don't know what the difference is. I can't remember what it looks like in there. Well, it's not just cake. When you buy the celebration upgrade, you also get preferred seating. And priority seating access. And the framed group photo. But I don't want the framed group photo. I don't know. If you're spending $75, you're gonna want a slice of cake, right? Anyway, I haven't been in Medieval Times in a long time. I feel like Dan would really hate Medieval Times. I think that's the kind of thing that like would really like, I think Dan gets a lot of like secondhand embarrassment, and I think like the whole energy of Medieval Times would like, I don't think he would like that. Is there one in San Diego? Oh, good question. Wait, let me find out. No, there's one in Buena Park, California, but I don't know where that is. Oh, it's like by Anaheim. Yeah, no. Can't do it at TwitchCon. By Disney. And that makes sense that it's by Disney in California. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, we could do these lights. Yeah, now I kind of want to go to Medieval Times. But the thing is, wait, do they have like veggie food at Medieval Times? I might not be able to go. I remember them giving you like a chicken. 4-course feast. Oh, we offer an array of meal options for those who are vegan, vegetarian, or gluten-free as commanded by the Queen. The vegan meal includes a generous serving of hummus with carrot and celery sticks, a main course featuring 3-bean stew, and a choice of fresh fruit or Italian ice for dessert. Wait, does everybody get dessert? Oh my god, wait, the regular version, you get garlic bread, tomato bisque soup, roasted chicken, sweet buttered corn, herb-basted potato, and satisfy your sweet tooth with a treat worthy of royalty served with coffee, based on supply. But they didn't even say what the dessert is. They just said based on supply. Boo! What is it? I want to know. It's not cake though, because you got to pay money for that. So it's just something that comes with coffee, I guess. Apple tart or ice cream cup. Is that what it always is? Brownie or cheesecake. Cookie or apple turnover. Yours was an eclair. Oh, we're getting a lot of mixed feelings about this. Maybe it's different depending on what Medieval Times you go to. Because that would make sense. That's why they're not going to tell you, because it changes. Maybe there's like a local, maybe they like work with a local place and the local place gives them dessert. Your eclair was barely thawed. That's kind of the vibes I get from this. It's like a bunch of frozen food that's like microwaved. And you get like a frozen dessert that maybe isn't cooked the best, but you still have it. Yeah. No, Medieval Times isn't Disney. It's like its own thing. So. Maybe not from a local place then. It's from the local freezer section. But the vibe is more about like going to see the show because you can watch them joust. So it's not only in Florida. They have one in a bunch of places in the US. I think it is only in the US though. I know you can get group tickets. Book an event today. Oh no, you have to, I don't want to fill out a request. But if you have a minimum of 15 guests, you can do a group event. See, that could be fun. Canada has it. There you go. You've got one. Maybe, so it's just in North America. I don't know. All I know is the one here, so. Yeah, but like in it, each section has like a knight and the knights joust and like you're cheering for your section. So you could be like the green one and you're like, yeah, green, and you hope that you win. So. Anyway, guys, I think I'm probably not gonna finish this tonight. I think maybe this is a good opportunity for us to wrap up the stream. I think that this could be a good stopping point. Okay, what did I say I was gonna do tomorrow? Okay, so tomorrow I was gonna build a retirement home in the morning and then a woohoo mansion in the afternoon. So which one should we do instead? Like if we're gonna not do one of them tomorrow, we will do one eventually. We'll do them both, but we have to finish this first. So would you rather do the woohoo or the retirement home tomorrow? And then we could do the retirement home like in a few days, possibly. Maybe we should do a poll. It seems like most people want the woohoo place, but let's get an actual answer. Woohoo mansion, retirement home. Okay, here you go. And again, it's not like we're not gonna do one of them. Like we're gonna do them both. It's just a matter of when. Because now I have to finish this tomorrow. So I think I will be able to finish this tomorrow though. We made really good progress today. And like I said, the dorms will go quick because like a lot of these rooms are gonna be very similar, so. Okay, anyway, I promise I'll get to them both. I promise I'll get to them both. But the woohoo mansion is because I want to try and go on like a, I want to take Greg Plant, my like eggplant gen sim from Very Veggie, onto a woohoo retreat. And I'm gonna do that on Thursday. So I feel like we kind of need to prioritize that in some ways. Because we're gonna play with it on Thursday. Anyway, we will make a retirement home still. It's just like a matter of when. There's so many ideas. Whenever a new pack comes out, it's always like I've got a million things I want to do. So, watch him get pregnant. Don't put that out there. Don't put that out there. We can't have that. You guys, I know that obviously, these two things are not mutually exclusive. However, the vibes of like the retirement home I'm picturing that's gonna have like puzzle tables is not the same energy as a woohoo mansion for a sim who wears an eggplant costume. Okay? the type of build that we're talking like style wise is different. Greg Plant is a very specific type of sim. So anyway, no, it won't work like a school with the high school pack. I think a better example is to like compare it to the summer camp, where like the kids will go there and they'll stay overnight and they'll work on skill building, but they don't like build school performance or anything from it. It's kind of like they're skipping school to come here. And you have to like pretend that it's a school. So I know it would be fun if it could be a real school, but I think at the end of the day, there is a certain level of like, they're gonna actually be better off going to this because they'll build so many more skills than they would if they went to actual school. But I don't know. It's been fun to work on. I've been enjoying this a lot, and I'm sorry that I'm taking so long to build it, but we're getting somewhere. And like the gym, this won't be too hard for us to furnish either because it's small. So yeah, and you can actually meet other kids here, right? Like that's the other bonus. I feel like it's kind of hard to meet other kids in games sometimes, but you'll be able to here. Okay, well. On that note, let me go see who all is live, I guess, and we'll find somebody to raid. And then I'll be back tomorrow. So I'm gonna stream twice tomorrow. I'll be here in the morning at like 9 a.m. Eastern time, and then I'll come back again in the afternoon, kind of at like this time, Eastern time. So I'll be here at like 4 p.m. Eastern time as well tomorrow. Maybe we could go and raid someone playing Adventure Awaits Early Access. I know, oh, my friend Maggie's playing Adventure Awaits with her legacy sims, so that could be kind of fun. Let's go raid a Quippy then. I have an 85-month resub to share. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we'll go raid a Quippy. I will see you tomorrow if you're gonna be around at all. I think I'll probably finish this build in the morning, and then we'll do the woohoo stuff at night, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Wait, what's better? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think now if we're swapping it that way, we'll do the woohoo stuff at night. Woohoo feels more like that. The woohoo place feels like a nighttime activity, you know? The school feels like a daytime activity. So, oh my God, why are we saying this? So we'll finish the school in the morning then. And I will see you all there, okay? Have a fantastic rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I will catch you all in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna start the raid now. Bye, everybody. And stop.